is getting close to the NFL season. In fact, the preseason is starting just next week, so that's exciting. It is still the preseason, so you kind of have to know that the football is going to suck, but it is still football. Sucky football is still better than no football. I think everybody would agree with that. I think you guys would agree with that as well. Who's here? Dylan, what's up, man? BL Sports Prod, it is about fantasy. You can feel, it's almost like you can feel the shift in the air when it goes to August. Like, it feels so much more fantasy football-y outside. You're like, oh, yeah. It's been like 70 degrees here in Indy. It's actually, because it's been 90, like, for 2 months straight, it feels like, so it's actually nice. What's up, Happen? Good to see you. What's up, Mr. Magic? We are locked in. What's up, Danik? Good to see you, man. We are going to do, well, really what I need to do here is I need to practice because we are a week and change from the Flock League draft, and I really, really want to win the Flock League again. I plan on winning again. So I've got to do as many of these drafts as I can. I want to do something tonight. Here, I'm going to drop the link. The link to the, you guys can join our mock drafts here in the pinned comment, right up here. But, I'll send out the link for the specific mocks as well. Send that one right there. There's the first one. What's up, Derek? Good to see you, man. Is it Nathan's B-Day? It is Nathan's B-Day. Happy birthday to Nathan. Obviously out celebrating tonight, and so he'll be here tomorrow. Actually, we'll both be in the studio tomorrow. Still in my little corner here while the studio gets built. It's a work in progress. So, sources indicate it's Nathan's birthday. Please tell him happy birthday. Will do. I will do. You guys know I got you. So go ahead and join up. We got this mock draft filling up here, and yeah, all the mock drafts are free. So again, check out the link up top. All you have to do is create an account, and you can use all these tools that we've got. But now the cool thing about this is, and this is going to be really handy. I think I might want to do this at least one time tonight. They have the bots in now, so you can draft against the creator bots. So basically, like, there's an Avery bot in here, and I wouldn't have to draft against myself. Obviously, I'd always lose, but I can draft against the other guy's bots, which I feel like might be a fairly helpful thing when drafting. But also, I can guarantee you this: if you're practicing and you're doing mock drafts for your home leagues, your casual leagues, if you do it on the Flock site, man, I mean, you're going to have a lot better results just because of how much better the ADP and the rankings are here. So, yeah, we're doing a private draft. Finally got the 10th pick in a 10-team redraft. Let's go. All right, our 10-team algorithm will be out, I think, tonight or something like that. I don't know. We got 2 more spots left here, so join up. Again, I got the link right here in the comments. But yeah, I'm interested to see. One thing that I do want to do tonight is, I'm going to use the sleeper version of this, but basically what I want to do is use our algo here and kind of see based on which pick do I have. I guess I'm in at 1, aren't I? You know what? I'm going to switch. Oh, okay. I'm at 10 now. Okay. So I'm in at 10. Basically, I want to use the algorithm for like sleeper pick 10. Obviously, this is written by Nathan and I, and of course, our fantastic team who actually wrote a lot of this. We all kind of combined, and our brains kind of came together on this. So I kind of want to use this and see how well I can do using our algorithm in an actual draft with real people. So I'm in at 10. This is a full point PPR league. We're going to do 10 rounds here. It's a snake draft, obviously. 12 teams, of course, and let's see how this goes. So appreciate all you guys jumping in. Let's do this. Threw me off because I thought we were doing a sleeper mock draft. Now, this is honestly the flock interface for mock drafts is much better than sleepers. So I'm glad we're offering it to people now. So 30-second clock. Here we go. We're in at 10, getting some practice in. So real quick while we look at this, I'm curious. So Chase goes off the board first. Okay, so let's see what this says about like the best draft spot. And I will just go ahead and hide myself for a second. Okay, so hero wide receiver is the best draft spot from 10. The example draft we have is Amon-Ra and then Achane and Brees. Often have a pick of talented wide receivers. Second trio of running backs. We got like Puka, CD, Amon-Ra is going to be probably the pick here. And so we will, let's hone in on this strategy we've got highlighted here in the algorithm and see if it works out for us. I think it will. Again, everybody did such a good job drafting or writing this algo. So if you haven't checked it out already, it's over on the Flock site in the posts tab. Is there any change in general draft strategy for a Superflex 3 draft league? Still waiting on quarterback and 2 running backs in the first 4 rounds. Yeah, actually, I can answer that too from the algorithm as well, because we actually wrote a little section here about Superflex league. You almost want to start QB in a super flex spot in 12-team leagues, especially. It gets dicey quickly because of that. Elite QBs are going to who give you a scoring advantage each week, immediately become the most valuable players in the league. Draft at least one QB in the first 3 rounds, even if you're lucky enough to get one of the top guys, and hope you have 3 solid ones in your roster at the end of the draft. Having a reliable tier of QBs is important, so you can follow the flow of the draft and be able to grab one in the middle of a tier rather than try to figure out where to start the next one. So in terms of the other positions, I think you could just kind of take those guys as they fall, because in a super flex league, quarterbacks are going to be the most valuable guys there by far. So again, the algo says Puka, CD, Amon-Ra. Doubt CD is even available now. So where are we at? There we are. Hero wide receiver, though, is the recommended strategy. So let's do it. Who fell? Oh my gosh, nobody fell. They all got taken. Okay, well we can't. We'll go hero wide receiver still, but we'll do it with Nico instead and see how it goes. Any advice on how I get my hair back in the corners like yours? If you want, I can bring some hair plugs to Austin, or just a toupee. I can do that. We could do that for sure, Mace. Your hairline's going in reverse. That's like the one good quality I have, is the funny thing. I don't like the phone version. It doesn't let you show the whole board at once. It doesn't give me an option to sort it by flex. That's a... oh, yeah, we don't have just a flex option on here, do we? Mason's watching. I bet that's something we could do. We could just add a flex button right here, and it just be wide receiver, running back, and tight end. I think that would be pretty easy. So it's honestly good. If you guys have any suggestions, obviously let us know. But... okay, wow, and then all 3 running backs went off the board. This is kind of funny. I'm gonna follow the draft strategy here and go CMC. Risky freaking start with the injuries. Good gosh. But hey, it could, there's also a chance. So here's the thing. High risk, but both of these guys are going where they are because of their risk. Their upside, Nico Collins has wide receiver 1 overall upside, and Chris McCaffrey has running back 1 overall upside. So if things go my way with this draft, I could potentially do really well. It's a lot of risk to take on, though. I'm not gonna lie. Got kicked out. What? You can get back in. Just go back into the lobby. It will show you your active draft. You can get back in. So only 1 flex. Yeah, that's fine. We're just doing 10 rounds. Some of the guys in my home league are actual bots and not always in a great way. Well, hopefully that leads to good picks for you. When's the mock draft on Flox Fanny going to be fixed? The turn auto draft players I don't want. The turn. You have to explain that to me a little bit better. Oh, yeah. Select multiple positions instead of just flex. I agree. Yep. There you go, BL. Good deal. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I like that. But again, guys, like you drafting on here, you're going to have so much better luck actually drafting in competitive rankings. Because here's the problem. Like, I did a bunch of sleeper mock drafts with you guys, and the ADP is so bad that when I got in a real league with people, my first real league, it was completely different. If I want it to be as close as humanly possible to how it's going to be in real life, this is the way to go. And again, the nice thing is I can sort by my rankings, and I will be sorting by my rankings here. So would you do this trade full PPR? I get AK, Tet, and Igbuka for Chase Brown and Marvin Harrison Jr. Nah, I wouldn't. I would keep Marv there, Parker. Appreciate you, buddy. Let my Broncos fan get the best man. Traded Mahomes for Bo in the 307. That could look fine. On the algo, you have sleeper ADP in there, right? Because what's crazy, sleeper's worse than ESPN. Yeah, we do. We have all 3 ADPs. So like in the platform cover pages, we have all of them. And the best and worst values. Yeah, I agree. I think ESPN's is probably better this year. It's freaking nuts, man. I don't know what they're doing either. They say they update it every day. It's ridiculous. Yeah, ESPN ADP is closer. Yeah, I don't get it with sleeper. Sleeper is a garbage. I mean, we all know this. Sleeper is not good for fantasy football. But it's the best option, but it's still not good. The 101 here is going superhero. You're going triple hero wide receiver, Bryce. Oh, that's not you. That's Icarus. But yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree. No, this is like the most realistic mocks you're gonna get. Again, unless you're playing with like nobodies. Over under and how many miles Mason has run today? On a Sunday? I don't know. I'd set the line at I'd set on at 5 on a Sunday. I'd set it low today. Wish I could practice, but it auto drafts a random player on the turn. I'm sure if there's something wrong there, the devs are looking into that for sure. But I like how my account does have my little profile picture up here. That's freaking sweet. Nice touch. I love it. Dylan's crushing it. Where's Dylan? Dylan got in here, right? And we got the highlight done. Let's go. I love that. Yeah, Dylan start here. Gibbs, so he went balanced approach up front, Gibbs and Brown, and then went Bucky Irving in the third. Love that start. I like that start a lot more than mine, honestly. Okay, so according to the algo here, the best picks are Marv, Kyron, and Brees, if any of them are available. Marv, Kyron, Brees is available. We can go Brees or Kamara. I think I have Kamara ranked ahead. However, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to take Brees. Brees, I think, is probably... It's either Brees or Kamara there. And then round 4, it's got us doing a wide receiver or tight end there. It's got Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, and George Kittle, but... So in this example draft, we go Kittle here. So we'll see. We'll see if he makes back. The answer is always 10 plus or I didn't run. That's why I said it. That's why I said it at 5 is because on a normal day I'd set it at. Yeah, well. The shelves were here, and actually, so what we'll do, since this is actually going to be part of the set when we're done, we're just going to add more poles. You can buy these at like hardware stores, but then these are also super light. I have no idea how they got these, but they were here. They built them in. So we plan on making them and extending them all the way. We'll have full shelves. So yeah, on the turn you pick one player and it autos a second. Oh, that's weird. I don't feel like that's happening here. I don't feel like that just happened for Denick. I don't think. I'm sure they know about it though. I'm sure we're fixing it. So all right. And Kittle goes right before I was going to... Interesting, Hector, to take Kittle and not a receiver there, which is fine because I have my pick of receivers here. I'll go Devontae Adams. Old, risky team here, but whatever. Need the season pass. Ask my parents about it since it's $34 for like 7 months side access. Yeah, we should give one away tonight. Let's do that. Let's give one away as well. The season pass, obviously, again, far and away the best deal we've ever offered on the site. Literally $34 for 7 months. Somebody, math whiz, do the math for me. How much is that per month? Just less than $5 a month, right? So you do get the algo that I'm using here on my draft strategy. We've got it for every platform and every pick. And then also, of course, you get unlimited access to all of our tools and all the mock draft stuff and things like that. So just with bot drafts, not public. I think that's true. My flock audition video, I made sure smack talk your Pacers fan and flex my Bucks championship ring. You need to send me that. I don't think I saw that one. You like the wooden wall? Yeah, I agree. Give one to Dylan. I would, but I don't know how. How do you not know how? I'll just rig it so Dylan wins. Here, let me get a giveaway in here for you guys. Let's give away a season pass real quick. Obviously, if you sign up for one during the stream and you win, I'll just refund you for it. But definitely want to make sure we're giving away. Let's do SZN69 to win a season pass to the site. We'll obviously give one away for free. May the best man win. Pickens in the 4th here is interesting. You've got a couple fallers here that I think are quite interesting. I do like, one of my favorite things to do here on the site when I'm drafting is like toggle back and forth and see like the difference between my rankings and the expert rankings. So like expert has Terry, Rasheed, and Devonta. I have Rasheed, Cortland, and Terry. And then like, I mean, we've already talked about this and you guys, Mason said, I forget what you commented on a video. Mason commented on a video that he's like, everybody on the site, you can see Rome Odunze is higher expert consensus rankings. He's 54th and DJ Moore's 55th. So as a group, we have Rome Odunze higher than DJ Moore. And Mason's like, y'all are crazy. He could, I mean, again, the safe pick is DJ Moore, but math actually comes out to we pay you. That's pretty much true. 69 cents per month. I love it. Oh, yeah. Season 69, no caps, no spaces to get in the season pass giveaway for tonight. So Rasheed and Terry go. Rasheed in the 5th. This is insane, man. Getting Sutton and Rice at the 4, 11, and 5-2 is like, I mean, that's a dream start. And getting Rice in the 5th, you feel so good about it because even if he doesn't play or if he's, bad, then it's all right. Dylan says he's killing it as well. And Dylan just took Terry. He took Xavier and Terry. I think you're having a great draft, too. Some of you guys are killing it. Doing better than me on this draft. I don't feel super good about this one, but I got in a weird spot. I think I like this team better. I have the freaking nursing home team. Rome will break out, but like I said, DJ Moore is the safe first pick. Yeah. And you're our resident Bears fan, so you would know. Bryce says, how am I doing here? Bryce, you are right here, right? Saquon, JT, Tyreek. So you went double hero running back, or double running back as we call it. Tyreek and DJ Moore, and then Hurts. Obviously, good. Your main question obviously would be a Tyreek Hill and DJ Moore. If one of Tyreek Hill and DJ Moore didn't perform this year, you'd be in trouble. But if Tyreek Hill didn't, you'd be in real big trouble because you took a quarterback. So risky, but man, Blizzard, I got sniped right at the last second there. Okay, so this is sorting by me. Expert has Hunter, Waddle, Olave, so wide receiver pick. Caleb Johnson, and I have Olave. I need to move Mixon down my rankings, honestly. It might be something I just do now. Because Mixon's injury sounds pretty bad, honestly. Like, where do I even have him ranked right now? Yeah, I wouldn't take him over any of these dudes. Let's move Harvey up 1. Would I take Mixon over? No, I would not do that. It's rough for Mixon right now. I'm not gonna lie. We updated that, so that should reflect here. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and refresh it in a second. Yeah, let's just refresh this and get my new rankings. Should not be Mixon now. There we go. Okay, good deal. Is RJ Harvey actually I bumped up and he goes off the board there at the 512. So I feel like that's about right. Nico seems he's crazy. If I had that 4 on starting the league this year, I'd be losing my mind. Yeah, I know. Obviously, the upside's great. It's just, it is risky. Like, Nico has a fair amount of injury risk. Chris McCaffrey has a fair amount of injury risk. Breece Hall sucked last year. Devontae Adams. I feel like Devontae Adams is a pretty good pick in the 4th, but obviously the 5th is ugly. Is there a way to make the names more visible? The cells are a little small. I had somebody else recommend that as well. I think I'm gonna ask if we can do that. That should be a pretty easy front end fix, I think. So yeah, that's great, but great suggestions. Keep it coming. We're trying to make it, obviously, the best drafting experience you have to get ready for your draft. So, all right. And obviously, again, if you want to join a draft with us tonight, go up here to the link. Just create a free account, and you'll be able to get in as many drafts as you want. So, all right, I'm up here. 6th round. Let's take a look. The algo says Godwin, J-Mo, or Addison. Godwin, Addison, and J-Mo is gone, right? No, J-Mo is here somewhere. No, J-Mo must be gone. Yeah, J-Mo's gone. Okay, well, that's pretty easy. And Caleb Johnson and RJ Harvey both went, so I would take Addison or Godwin here. In the 6th, I'll take Addison. Ah, thank you. Yeah, you guys can tell me when my camera cuts it off, and I'll move it. Boop. Dennis says, what do you think of my team here? Where's Dennis at in this one? Yes, you went beats. You went kind of a balanced approach up top. You grabbed 2 wide receivers later. I would have rather you taken Devontae Adams over DK, but that's nitpicky there. I love the Tet pick. It's obviously early for him, but I like it. Here's the number one problem with your build, Denick, because you've obviously got great players that I love here, but you have 4 rookies. That is way too many. That's honestly like 2 or 3 too many rookies through 6 rounds. You can't have that many rookies. They're just, you've never seen them perform at an NFL level. Obviously, it could win you a league. But 1 or 2 rookies will win you a league. 3 or 4 that's my only thing. So zoom in on the board, move up 2. Yeah, I probably can. Oh yeah, I wish it would. See if I can do this. Now I'll make it smaller. Yeah, I want to be able to. I don't want the. That works. That's fine. That works, right? Yeah, that works. Beauty. Oh, so Flowers did go. Addison. So Swifty and Pacheco in the 6. What did you guys think of the video today? Any fades that we had that you guys disagree with? Brownie points for why. Yeah, there we go. Thanks. How are we feeling about Tet versus Hunter? Hunter looks like he's going to play every offensive snap other than run plays. I still lean Tet McMillan, but I don't know. Travis Hunter is such an enigma, man, especially for fantasy, for Dynasty, everywhere. It's just so hard. There's no way. I just sent you the DM and timestamp of when I got. Okay, gotcha. Is Roman the 6th a good pick? I love Roman the 6th. Yeah, it's a great pick. Roman's maybe my favorite person in the 6th round this year. So, we had, through our example draft here in the algo, you can see the example draft. Through 6 rounds, we had 3 receivers, 2 running backs, and a tight end. And instead of that tight end, basically what we did is we kind of morphed this strategy up, and we did 4 receivers and a tight end. Full point PPR league, so we feel pretty good about that. Before our 7th round, what we're looking for is, we have Caleb Johnson in here according to Sleeper ADP. Obviously, in more competitive leagues, that's not going to happen. Swifty, obviously, already off the board. And Calvin Ridley has moved up, too. I think he's probably he's off the board as well. And that's our 7th round. Yeah, we need to swap those out. And so, again, in competitive drafts, like, our draft guide is tailored for most of the people who aren't on the channel drafting every day. But one feature I wish it was that was there is to show who the projected player is at your next pick. Oh, yeah, like Sleeper does, where it puts where your pick is. Yeah, that would be easy as well. 2 keeper league, would you go Chase Brown, Achane, or Neighbors? Ooh. For my keepers, I'm keeping Achane and Neighbors, I think. In the first pick, you're stuck on Genty or Nico. I'd go Nico. I would do Neighbors, Achane, and Nico. That's broken. Thoughts on Hunter? Again, he's such a wild card. I'm not sure. Obviously, if he does end up playing and getting here's the thing. I think Brian Thomas Jr. is more dominant than you guys think. And so even if he does play all the offensive snaps, I feel like he's not going to have enough volume to be like a crazy good one. Hunter's going to play every offensive play except run plays. Don't think they'll be able to telegraph to the defense. I agree with him. Oh, I agree. Hector asked about his draft. He started triple running back, and then so your wide receiver is obviously pretty weak, but your upside is through the roof with Achane, Henry, and Kamara. Through the roof. You have to go if you're going to do the triple running back up front. You've got to go wide receiver in the 4th. That's like my main thing because I don't mind going for it there. I definitely don't mind going for it with that strategy. Okay, so we get up here, and we do have we were going another probably running back in our strategy, and Judkins falls to us at the 7-10. When we get into the 7th round, guys, I'm totally okay with this. I'm totally okay taking Quinshon here. I feel like he's falling way too far at that point. So, and I get it. There are tons of questions with Quinshon. Like I totally get that, but I think it's worth the risk. So, shady draft at the 110. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, this is only a 1 flex, but this would be like I'm drafting a 2 flex here. Shut up, Nathan. Happy birthday, dude. Your profile picture is the turkey hat. That is so funny. Do you have a go-to strategy for super flex? I think you just, we wrote about it in the algorithm a little bit, but I think you just have to go quarterback up top and then try to get like another quarterback. End up with 3 quarterbacks, try to get another one fairly easy. So perfect. Yeah. Do you know why Avery's so jealous of? Okay, I need to know. I told Mason earlier, I was like, man, your minions are pissed at me, and they are. They are. Did I seem that pissed off in the video? I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like I was laughing through the entire thing. Some of the clips were so funny, but I don't think they liked that I wanted somebody which I wasn't the only one that was making references the entire league. Which is less about Mason. I love Mason. What are you talking about? Mason's awesome. So hard for me to say that, Mason. Mason's also my rival. Like, I've got to crap talk him. 8th round here? Yeah, I'll take Bake. You didn't seem so happy. I don't know why. The turkey hat is goated. I was in the middle of buying my house when we recorded that video. I was stressed out of my mind, but I didn't feel like it bled into the video that much. Your domain minion. I know. Yeah, people, here's the thing. Like, obviously Mason being 10 times bigger than us, like, he's going to have a way bigger audience. So if you come at Mason, they're going They're going to want to tussle, which is fine. It was so funny. The Mason Glaze needs to stop. Corey got no hate. Nothing better than me trying to be the villain, Avery accidentally turning into it. I know, man. I know. Here's the thing. That's what happens when you win championships. I mean, people hate Patrick Mahomes now. And I like Patrick Mahomes because he's champion, but people hate him. People hated Brady. People don't like Aaron Rodgers. I mean, when you win, that's just part of winning. I will take the burden of championship level fantasy football. That's fine. I got it. Don't worry. He didn't seem mad. I wish it was more known that everyone wanted us to reference all the members. It wasn't like a requirement. It was just something that I thought, okay, when we see people reference it, like everybody, they're like referencing the league lore. And so we're getting people who are like big fans of the league instead of just Mason cronies, which Mason cronies are great. Obviously they hate my guts, but I just thought people who like were really big fans of the league, like it showed through like their different references and stuff. I thought that was cool, but you know, sorry. I did, man. I got shellacked in the comments of that video, which is fine. It's whatever. During rivalry week, I'm just going to have to just love up on Mason, which is fine. I'll just give him big hugs and stuff. What do you think about my draft at the 8 here? Yeah, happens right here. The balance start with Marvin the third's great. Mike Evans. I honestly really like your draft. I really like your draft. I'm really glad you didn't go tight end or quarterback, and I think that really helped you happen. I think you did a good job here. That's like the domain strategy. It's more about knocking points for not referencing others. It wasn't really knocking points. I just gave extra points to people who did. I gave everybody around a 5. Like, I mean, it was, but again, it's my grade. I can grade them however I want to. That's the thing. I liked the ones better that had all the different references. Like, I thought they were funnier. The guy who won, I thought his was so good. Mason gets more glaze than he has hairline, suffering from success. I know. The Flock League is funny, man. I am jealous of Mason. I am jealous that he looks that good in a suit because I don't look that good in a suit. He pulls it off, man. All right. It's tough sledding here, isn't it? My goodness, y'all. Who is this? This is sorted by me, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go here. Ugh, the tight ends really went, didn't they? 3 of them just went. That's freaking why. Well, I don't need to take one. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I'm going to take Benson, actually. First video was goated. Really, it was literally goated. I loved the goat. I liked that clip. Sal doesn't get enough glaze. Really sorry if your clip didn't get shown. There's 75 good. Just wanted to show all of them. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I had people sending me clips as well. Like, yeah, Ghostify. I thought yours was good. The suggestions for the draft. Sidebar. Showing the projected pick, the flex button, or being able to select multiple positions, I think, and then making the names bigger. Those were the other ones, I think. All right. And then we're going to get in another draft here, so I'm going to start one right after this. And now I can just go whoever I want. I'll just go craft again. I don't know. Tight end is tough. Tight end is tough because with quarterback, I'm so comfortable not taking quarterback up front. I'm so comfortable with it. Tight end, though, I mean, I think if you get to the 8th round and you don't have a tight end, you're almost forced to take a tight end, which sucks. You guys saw the video of Caleb Williams trying to throw into the nets, and he missed all of them, right? That was really funny. I think I did see yours. If I didn't, send it to me. DM it to me on Discord. A bunch of people actually have been watching the draft video from last year. The draft was so fun. It's going to be so fun this year. I'm placing large Amazon orders for the draft at the moment. I'm not going to lie. You want a Dynasty Flock League? We talked about it. It would just, it really would like logistically be super hard to make content about it. J-Mo's my wide receiver 4. Justin Fields, Bryce Young, my QBs. Nice, man. Oh, you had a question here. Had the 101 as super flex. Took Jamar. Took Puka. and Nico. Jeez, yeah, you have to take that start every single time, my man. What's the meetup in Austin going to be like? Should I prepare some hot takes? We're just going to be hanging out. So, again, y'all, this is the details. We are 2 weeks away now from the meetup. Again, come out, come say hey. We're literally all going to be there. It's half-price drinks. You're just going to be hanging out for like 4 hours. So if you're available, if you're in driving distance, or if you want to fly there, like, I'm serious, we'll make it worth your while. And I just had the t-shirts shipped to Mason's house, and so we've got free t-shirts for all you guys who come. It's going to be sick. And Mason has free stuff too, so 5,000 drafts today on the site. That's freaking nuts. I love it. All right, let's get another one in. Let's contribute. Let's be 5,001 here. So post-draft review here. Icarus up top. Obviously, you get some good players. I end up at sixth here with but very even, very even. Dylan also had a great draft, and he did say about 6 times that he was crushing it. So, and then there's the board, obviously. So let's get another one. 30-second PPR, no spectator, redraft, full point PPR. Let's do 12 rounds this time. All right, let's boogie. Again, you can get in these mocks for free. Just create an account, use code DOMAIN, and you can get all of this stuff. It doesn't cost anything, but I'm going to go ahead and claim a different spot. I'm going to go 4 this time. I'm going to use the algo for 4. So let's scroll up to 4 here and see how it goes. All right. Let's do this thing. And we're good. All right, let's do this. Caleb was throwing no-look pass, but I agree. It looks like he was missing that terribly. It was just a funny video more than anything. I don't know what to think of Caleb. Mason's got hats. So we got hats and shirts for people who come to the meetup. Let's go. Yeah, I do like the review as well. That was such a good idea. That was such a good idea. Bryce is bringing the Rogaine. Look, I would love to do a Dynasty League like that, but again, it is also tough from a time perspective. How you feeling about Shakir? I haven't looked. I will look at my sleeper account and let you know if that's in reference to a trade. Okay, draft spot 4 here. The top one is going to be a balanced approach. We got Jahmyr Gibbs going here. We'll typically leave Gibbs as the best option on the board at pick 4. From there, it's best to go with a balance. So we got Gibbs, CD, and Jamar, obviously. Jamar's off the board. And yeah, Gibbs is the pick. So let's follow the algo here, and let's go Jahmyr Gibbs. Perfect. Appreciate it. I want to make sure. Maybe I haven't seen yours. I thought I did, but... Again, Season 69, SZN 69. Drop it in the chat, and we're giving away a free season pass tonight. So, again, the season pass is literally the best deal we've ever had on the Flock site, where you just basically get everything for 7 months on the site throughout the whole season. It's $34. You literally unlock everything. Everything. There's not a thing you don't have. So, sign up. You can use code DOMAIN. I got the link up top here, and it's a direct link. Just create an account. Season pass. It's good stuff, man. Again, you get all this stuff. And even if you just create an account, you get so many free things on the site right now. It's ridiculous. It's honestly crazy value. All right. Yeah, go for it, y'all. Get in there. Make sure you drop a like. You have to drop a like. You have to be subscribed to win as well. But drop a like to support the solo stream. I'll be on here for a while. Let's set a like goal, and then we'll keep doing more mocks. I'll stay on for a little bit tonight. I missed you guys. So Friday was my wife's birthday. That's why I was not on Friday. Okay, so the second pick, what we should be looking for here, evidently, is like a McCaffrey, McConkey, or Jacobs according to the ADP. We have McConkey as that color needs changed. A lot of these colors need changed. We can edit that. Timo says, just join Flock, best mock. Yeah, it's 100% the best mock draft platform. Like, it's not even debatable. I didn't build it either. I'm not tooting my own horn. They did a fantastic job with it. So we'll probably try to go wide receiver here when it gets to me. And so looking at the board here, A.J. Brown, T. Higgins, JSN. Obviously, Ladd goes off the board right there with Dylan. And so he's not going to be the target. But again, we also do have 2 running backs in Chris McCaffrey and Josh Jacobs if they do make it to us, and we could go that direction as well. Because the other top strategy here is the double running back strategy. So there's obviously, again, in the algo, it's going to give you multiple different strategies that you can attack here. So Bucky goes there. And again, I'm going to sort this by my rankings. Something you can also do if you draft over on the site. You can sort by my rankings. You can draft against my bot. So, yeah, yes, you can. Yes, Denick, for sure, man. Gotcha. Here you guys say you're buying Judkins due to his price. Let me ask, what would you sell him for? It would have to be a lot, man. It would have to be a lot. Double hero running back tempting as Jacobs falls, and he does, and I think you're absolutely right. I think you have to go double hero here. I think if you, I mean, this is where if I had to pick in advance what I was going to do in 2 weeks in Austin, Texas, this start would have me hot and bothered. I would be hot and bothered to start with Gibbs and Jacobs right here. I think Gibbs I think Gibbs could be the 101, to be honest with you. I think Jacobs is a sure thing. I think he's a sure thing. I probably can't pull it up on stream because I don't have a way to get the audio from it into Wirecast. I have had issues with that, so sorry. The giveaway, Alec, is for a season pass, so over on the site. AJ Brown's in a weird position. Could totally see him surging this season and finish as a top 5 wide receiver. Yeah, I 100% agree. 100% agree. So you get the double Eagles stack here, which is interesting as well. I typically, we get a lot of questions about stacks. In best ball, obviously stacking is a completely different scenario, right? Because, you might be focusing on playoff stacking, things like that. In redraft, I probably do want to diversify here a little bit. My guess is there's going to be a little bit of a negative correlation between these two guys' boom weeks. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Yeah, make sure you drop a like. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for jumping on. How many likes do we have? Let's set a like goal real quick. We have 63 likes. Let's get to 100, and we'll fire up another mock draft after this. So 100 likes. Appreciate you guys jumping on. Yeah, lock in. Let's see. Let's get another mock draft in here. So T gets in there. Okay, so again, 3, we've got JT, who obviously already went, Tyreek and T. And Tyreek is still on the board, but I actually like Marvin Harrison Jr. better here, I think. And so I think I'm going to go with that wide receiver pick. And I think if you go double running back in the first 2 rounds, you almost have to go wide receiver, right? You don't want to make it out of the first 3 rounds, in my opinion, because you could go running back like we saw last time. But you'll notice in the drafts we did on the last draft, those guys who did go triple running back up top, their wide receiver rooms were really, really hurting. And so I think if you do go double running back here, you have to go receiver. I don't think you want to walk away from the 3rd round without one of a receiver or running back. You have to have at least one of each. And obviously, our favorite strategy this year, as you heard in one of our videos, is 2 running backs, 1 receiver. That's our favorite ratio this year. So yeah, we're drafting with real people. They're jumping in on the stream again. I've got the link pinned up here if you want to join some of the mock drafts. We've got all kinds of them coming tonight. So if we get 100 likes, we're going to fire up another one. So. Oh, no, you're good, Alec. You get all the same stuff with the Andy Motherflocker tier. Appreciate you, man. I know you're already a member, so. Like the start. Yeah, actually, I like this draft. I feel a lot better about this draft than I did the last one. It's definitely like a sexier draft. I mean, the younger guys with Gibbs and Marv make it a little bit better, so. Dennis, an Eagles fan. I don't see more pass script unless there's an injury to Barkley. Maybe the secondary is worse, but I firmly believe they're sticking with the run-heavy game. I mean, especially now that they didn't ban the tush push, which I don't think was ever going to happen. I think it's for sure going to be heavy run with Hurts, heavy run with Saquon again. Now, Saquon could get hurt. I don't know. Made 49 trades since March 1st, then turned a future value team into an elite value team. That's awesome, man. The Dynasty doesn't get any better than that, man. Colts fan, AR is buy right now. His price is just so low. I'm not buying him. Eagles could be in a bit more in pass scripts this year. Yeah, and we'll see. Here's the thing. AJ Brown, what's interesting about AJ Brown is how high his opportunity shares were. Where's AJ Brown? Boop. So AJ Brown last year in terms of target share, 34% target share. So you see he's 2nd in target share here, but that's only good for 26th in the league in targets. That tells you, sorry, I know you can't see that. That tells you how little they actually pass the ball, right? To be 2nd in target share and 26th overall in targets, they just ran the ball a lot. All right. So we're executing the strategy pretty well here. The 4th pick, it has a good combination between running backs and wide receivers. know for a fact that a couple of these guys here are going to be gone. Yeah, this is going to need updated already because Hampton has already started jumping up. Hampton here at the end of the third is where he should go. This is correct. This is objectively correct. I'm glad we figured it out. It just sucks because, you know, I thought we were going to get Hampton later. Oh, we don't have membership set on this channel. Yeah, we do need it. We need to do that. We need to do that. I didn't know that. Thanks. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, man. Dylan likes his start. Dylan, I'm not going to lie. I don't think you have ever had a draft that you didn't like your start. And that's fine. That's great. But I'm just saying, you always like your start. I like your start. I like your start, too. I got Lamar at the 4-5 in my first real draft. I was pretty happy about that one. Should offer a team archetype inside domain league rankings. Could sell blueprints for detailed analysis. Interesting. Do we have 100 likes yet? Somebody tell me when we get to 100 likes, and we'll fire up another draft after this. So, we're 74. All right. Yeah, we're gonna do another mock. If we hit our like goal of 100, then yeah, we'll hit it. We'll do another mock after this. It's tush push defender. I'm shocked they didn't ban it after the NFC Championship game. I know the NFL doesn't want jumping offside 5 times on TV. I know. It's just hard. It's just hard to make a legitimate case to ban that. Okay, Rice was probably gonna be the target there. And he goes, which is fine. We also, again, the running backs we had are gone. I think Cortland Sutton's a slam dunk at this pick, and he's here a lot. And you can see by my rankings, he's the best available player for me by 3 picks here. So I think it's a no-brainer. I think Sutton's in for a really big year again. Like, analytically, there's a lot of support for that. And he's pretty much making it to you in fantasy drafts in the 4th round almost every single time here, especially if you're drafting in, like, the 1 through 4 spots. I think he's the best pick there. It's going to be hard for me, and I didn't take him in the first draft. It's going to be hard for me not to take him in every draft, though. It will be hard for me because I like that pick so much. Now, on the wrap, because we're going to be up here in a second again, it got us with a wide receiver in round 5. But again, we have 2 of each, and so we really do have the flexibility to go whichever way we want here. And so the one direction we're probably not going to go is quarterback or tight end. So looking at our running backs here, you've got, obviously, the next guys up in my rankings are the rookies. James Conner just went off the board, and then the next guy up in my wide receiver rankings are, of course, the Bears and Worthy. All, I think, decent picks here. And so basically, we just have to figure out who do we think we're going to get. And so looking at our next round targets here in the algo, round 6, it has us with some pretty good wide receiver value as well, and in round 7. And so I'm going to bet that that's true, and I am going to go ahead and take... probably frick. I'll see who I want to take here. I'll see who he takes and then I'll decide. I feel like I shouldn't have said anything here, but okay, cool. Yep. I wanted Henderson. Henderson was my pick here. I think Henderson in the 5th round is a great move. And the other thing here is there's a fair amount of unprovenness with Marv, obviously, but Gibbs, Jacobs, Sutton are all proven guys, so I can afford to take a rookie here and take on that risk. So we got multiple Dylans in here again. Let's go. Do you prefer Bucky or Jacobs in the 2nd? Same tier for me. When you're looking at my rankings here, I'm pretty sure I have Jacobs 1 spot higher. I have Jacobs 1 spot higher. Running back 8 and running back 9 for me. So they really are back to back. And so it's kind of a toss-up. $13 more likes and we'll drop out another draft. Appreciate you guys. Let's get to 100. Yeah, we're running another draft. As long as we hit 100 likes, we'll be good to go. So, all right. Odunze goes off in the 5th. Obviously, I like Odunze, but I don't probably want to take him at the beginning of the 5th. More comfortable with Odunze, especially if you're here. If you're playing in your home leagues, I think Odunze goes in the 6th. If you're playing with people like this, then you probably, the earliest I think you take him is like here. I took him in a real money draft here. Devonta Smith's a nice pick there, I think. Do we know the record for concurrence on the redraft channel? I think it was the league last week, I think, was the most we've ever had. Or maybe it was during the season. I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you. I know the Dynasty one. I know the Dynasty one's over 1,000 now, but I don't know. I don't know the record. What are we at? How many we got? How many people we got? 284. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, we're going to be, I mean, we're locked in making sure we got our draft strategies going. Flock rankings is the only ranking. I mean, I agree, obviously. My rankings are on there, so. 91, yeah, we'll hit it, and we'll do another draft of this. We'll keep firing them up. Again, you guys are going to have opportunities to join in. There's the link up top if you want to go ahead and get in some mocks tonight with us. And we're just gonna grind out some different strategies and kind of see what we've got here. So, but just me or I like Caleb Johnson over Henderson. That honestly could be a good take by the end of the year. So, yeah. Why do I think I'm the only guy who loves Caleb Johnson? I like Caleb Johnson a lot. I think, you know, if you're over here where Mayer, Hector walk it in, I think you're getting Caleb Johnson and you feel super duper good about it. So yeah, he's gonna be a touchdown machine. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's probably true. In a Tomlin offense, in an Arthur Smith offense, I think that's probably true. So Ridley goes off the board in the 6th. So Ridley's ADP has climbed up about a round recently, and I think it's warranted. Walking in's got 4 wide receivers and 2 running backs here. I really do like this start. My main issue here with walking in with your strategy is obviously taking both Jags wide receivers, I think is going to limit your upside by quite a bit here. And then also, again, taking both McMillan and Hunter, I mean, is a little bit risky taking both those rookie wide receivers. But as we get back here, again, the algo said that we were going to have some pretty good picks at wide receiver here. Obviously, the guys in the algo are obviously off the board because everybody in this league is super competitive. But we do have some good picks here on the board that I feel really comfortable with. We have 2 guys here that I'm really comfortable with taking, and I think Blizzard is probably going to go running back here. He probably needs to take Judkins or Monty here, if I had to guess. He goes B-Rob. So I think this time we'll go ahead and take Chris Godwin here. Comfortable with this pick. I think Chris Godwin's going to be ready for week 1, and so I'm definitely comfortable, you know, taking the shot on Chris Godwin, especially in the late 6th where the risk is that of which if he doesn't play, then it's not going to tank my fantasy season, right? Again, it's not a bad thing to take on risks in your fantasy football draft. It's just good to make sure that the investment that you have in the risky guys isn't too high. You really, and my last draft is a good example of what not to do, I feel like. Nico and CMC is a dynamite start in terms of upside, but it's pretty risky. So just to clarify, you definitely think Nico's better than Genty in a PPR 2-keeper league. I would take Nico there in a PPR league. Yeah, I agree. I do. I think so. Proven too. I mean, Genty's a rookie, obviously. Everyone and their mother just seems high on Rome. I like to go into the grain, so I'm fading Rome, which is interesting because like we've been in on Rome obviously since January on the Dynasty channel. So how is the moving? Moving is great. The setup is coming along, but it'll probably we're aiming for September, and so again in the chat, win the season pass with SZN69. If you drop that in the chat, you'll be in the giveaway. We're giving away a season pass tonight. Season pass gets you everything that you see on the site that we've been using tonight. So we had 100 likes yet. Somebody tell me if we hit 100 so I can fire up another one of these after this. Not a Titan Premium. Hoping for the season pass. Genuinely manifesting. I hope you get one, Dylan. I hope you get one, man. Got one at the 10-10. That's like insane. Appreciate you, Jet. Thanks for watching, man. All right. Again, it's got us at wide receiver here, which I think is probably the safe pick. We do have some decent wide receiver picks here as well. Just to kind of see what we're at here. If we go to everybody, Expert has Downs, Judy, Hawk. I have Jennings, Judkins, Judy, Downs. And I obviously like a lot of these picks, but my pick here is Juwan Jennings, I think. I don't have any of the 49ers offense on this team, so I'm comfortable taking him. And then Blizzard goes Judkins, and I think as your running back 3, that's a great pick in the 7th round. I think Judkins is going a little bit too far down. But again, I'm not super comfortable pulling the trigger on Judkins. The 7th is just the sweet spot. I'm not super comfortable pulling the trigger on Judkins in the 6th round. But when he gets to the 7th, I'm like, okay, I've got 3 and 3 or 4 and 2, and I feel better about it. Miguel's at pick 2. Don't know how to feel about my draft. You did an interesting one because you pretty much went no wide receiver here. But I love the Hampton pick. And you got Bowers at the 211. That's great. Terry, Pickens, and Addison. Obviously, limited upside there. But if Terry does ball out like he did last year, you could be in good shape. I worry that your ceiling is capped because Terry had a lot of touchdowns last year. He's probably a regression candidate. So Would it be the plan at 10-team Superflex to get your second QB like 5th or 6th round? Yes. Yes. Caleb Johnson was released in my league. My man, who are you playing with? You need, I mean, drop the fab on him. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe so it pulls your name for the drawing. Your allegiance is shifting. You do have an allegiance to Nathan. I've never understood that, but it's fine. I love Nathan. I just like making fun of him. All right, we hit 100 likes. We're going to fire up another mock draft after this. You guys will be able to get in. I appreciate you guys. Manifesting. Yeah, season 69. Get in for the free season pass again. It's legit. It's the best deal we've ever offered. It's so much value. It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. All right. John, who's taking snaps at running back. Arthur Smith's back on his grind right there, isn't he? So this is probably, I think this is probably an ideal draft. Like I think if I had to like grade this draft for me, I would give myself like a B+ here. I think I'd be really happy with this draft in almost every single league format, including the Flock League. A lot of other drafts I like here too, though. And again, I tend to go towards the one that don't take tight ends or quarterbacks in this first rounds. Puka Worthy Flowers is a decent wide receiver, but then to have the upside of Bucky, Kyron, Chuba is ridiculous from BK. That's a ridiculous start. That's insane. Warren has been climbing. Are you guys buying the Tyler Warren hype? So he's going now as the tight end 6 off the board. He obviously was the 6th tight end in this draft. And I mean, we're essentially betting that he's going to be in contention for a top 5 producing tight end this year in fantasy football. As a Colts fan, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. How do you give away pass? I'll do that in mine tonight. Use there's a Discord bot, or no, it's not a Discord bot. It's like a YouTube chat bot. It's called Nightbot. So it just basically, you'll see it. There's like a giveaway, and you do keyword giveaway, and then they can just type a keyword and it enters them automatically, and you just draw. And then you know what we've been doing on the site, obviously when we do the season pass giveaways, like if they buy it, we'll just refund them or whatever. Yeah, we're gonna give away one of these season passes quite a bit. I mean, I think they're great to just give out to people. What is the sleeper PDF you keep pulling up with the best picks per position? That's the algorithm. That is our, you can see it here on the Flock site as well. Our algorithm for 2025 is our take on a draft guide, but it's basically personalized strategy for every pick on every platform. And so again, if you want to access that, we've got it for you. Drop the link for you. You can get it over on the Flock site. It's awesome. Our whole team worked on this. Our team is awesome. Yeah, we just look them up on the users page. Yep, that's right. We DM. Yeah, you DM Tommy Peanuts. That's what Tom does. Tom takes care of that stuff for us. All right, we're back up here. Speaking of the algorithm, round 8 here. Jacoby Myers was a target, and he's off the board. The other guy that is on the algo that I totally agree with here in round 8, because we talked about it last draft. I think if you get to round 8 and you don't have a tight end, this is where you need to take one. We have Evan Ingram as one of the best guys here, and in the example draft, he is the tight end we take. I think that is a great pick. I'm going to take Evan Ingram here. Now, I do have him with Sutton, and that doesn't make me super happy. I don't love stacking that Bo Nix receiving room like that much. However, I think Ingram's going to pop off. And I think both those guys will be pretty consistent because they're really the only two guys there in a passing offense that was pretty good last year, actually. So BK's cooking. Yeah, the design is clean. I agree. I loved it. We messed with it for a while, so appreciate you, Mesh. How'd you grade my draft? Gator fan, you're in here at the 3. Yeah. I mean, I think you did really well. I think you'd be right there in the BB+ range as well. I'm not going to give out A's unless I see like a slam dunk draft, but I think my draft and your draft are very similar, and I like that. You're executing our strategy this year very well. And again, I think our strategy video for like our favorite strategy for this year is going to be out this week. I'm trying to just work out some math on it. So Happen says, this might be my least favorite draft I've had all offseason. Fade, elite, QB. And we'll look at Happen's draft here. This has been a reoccurring thing as people draft with us on the channel. Because people hear what we say about drafting elite QB, right? Or drafting QB early. And, you know, I think people are like, yeah, definitely receptive. Some people are very receptive to that. Some people are not. But almost everybody who gets on and tries it in a mock draft is like, yeah, I hated that. They do. They just hate it. So, okay, Algo for this one says wide receiver. Pearsall, Reed, Downs, any of those guys on the board? They all went. They all went early. Dang, okay. So looking at wide receiver here, I don't see a lot I like. I don't see a ton. So this is where honestly, I'm going to wait here, and I'm going to grab another depth piece. Oh, boy. I'll take Cup in the 9th. I don't care. I'll take Cup in the 9th. I maybe should have grabbed running back there, but it's fine. I've got 5 receivers now, so. How's 10? Bryce is in at 10 here. Yeah, you went later QB. Mahomes in the 7th is pretty good value, honestly. Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson, and Golden as your wide receivers is good. Henry, Johnson. Honestly, you did a real for taking both a tight end and quarterback in the first 8 rounds. You did a really good job here, I think. I think you killed it. I really like that draft. I haven't, Dylan, I'll drop the next mock draft link here in a second. I haven't dropped the link yet, so I will. Grade my draft. So first here, this is you right here. You're Icarus, right? Your wide receiver room being Chase, JSN, and Metcalf. Very good. And then obviously you have an elite tight end. Your running back being Connor, Mixon, and Monty is obviously you have a cap ceiling with Mixon and Montgomery, particularly Montgomery because he's not the lead back there. Mixon being hurt and especially not having him at the beginning of the season is going to be a knock for you. And then James Conner, I think he's a solid no running back. I generally don't like the no running back builds, though. In fact, again, our rule this year is like you need to have at least one running back through the first 2 rounds or you're probably screwed. I think you would be a competitive team here, but I would like your team a lot better if you had Kyron Williams instead of Trey McBride. So, that's just my 2 cents. Again, everybody drafts differently. There's a million ways to win a league, but that's just how we're drafting this year, and so figured it was working out. Appreciate you drafting with us, man. You guys are sharp drafters. It makes it tough, but it also I think is gonna prepare us because we're doing another live league on Tuesday. So if anybody here is interested in getting in the live league, by the way, if you do buy a season pass over on the site, if you buy it, we can get you in the league. I think for Tuesday. I need to see how many spots we have available in that league. I agree. I think the team ceiling would have been higher if Burrow had fell to me for the stack and I grabbed Hampton instead of Metcalf. Yeah, I'm with you. So, how many spots do we have for the league? The league is locked and loaded. So we have another league this week. The Wednesday league, I think, has openings. So, that's not the draft link yet. I don't think I can create the other draft link until this one is done. So, we've got a couple more rounds here. Actually, I'm going to see if I can. I might be able to. Yeah, I have to finish this one. So we'll finish this one up, and then we'll open up the next one here. The draft link is going to be right here. Trophy Stealer, it's going to be right here in the YouTube chat. It's going to be first come, first serve, obviously. But again, make sure you have your account created with code domain, and that way when you click on the draft, you can auto join. So 100 likes was light work. I agree. How many are we at? Yeah, I'll set another one here in a second. Once we get past this one, and I'll stay on if we hit our next goal. So QJ Pittman goes in the 10th here. He falls quite a bit. So B Money taking it down here. Ayuk goes. Okay. Appreciate you, Adrian. Thanks for jumping in, man. We appreciate all you guys jumping in. I love. I do like the Sunday streams. Nice way to end the weekend. We get locked and loaded to get working tomorrow. We got busy week it is officially fantasy football season, y'all. I'm telling you, it's fantasy football season because as a content creator, we're going now. It's happening. Dylan, I haven't dropped the link yet. Once I drop the direct link, it will let you join. I haven't created the draft yet, so there's no link for it. If you have an account already, you're ready to go. I'll tell you when I draft. Dylan wants his. Dylan did go early QB here. McCaffrey, Ladd. Your running back 2 is weak with Jones. Your wide receiver 2 is not necessarily weak, but I think your upside's limited taking Ladd in the second. I think if you had London, I'd feel a lot better about that. And obviously you don't have control over that, which is why I think at the 108, what you should have done, if I were you, Dylan, what I would have done here is I would have gone Neighbors and then drafted Bucky or Jacobs in the second. And that would have been, I would have reversed it. And then I would have done the rest of your draft probably exactly how you did it. That's my thoughts. Is it crazy for me to pick Alvin Kamara over Kyren in my draft? I feel like Kyren's risky. I don't think it's crazy. No, I personally don't. In fact, in terms of those guys, I'll tell you exactly what I think about it. I have them running back 14 and fit. Wait, that's not right. I don't have them ranked like that. The guys are higher on Brees than I am. I do have Kyren at 11 and I have Kamara at 14, but I don't think it's crazy. My thing is depending on where you're drafting. Did auto draft me? I think it did auto draft me. My thing is where you're getting him here, Kamara will probably make it back to you. But it's also risky. And so I don't think it's crazy because Kamara was a running back 1 last year. And so I don't think anybody can say it's crazy. He was the most efficient and the best receiving back in the league analytically. Chase Brown over Josh Jacobs is crazy. I do agree. I think that Jacobs is the clear pick there. I have Jacobs, Bucky, and then I have Chase Brown. I think Chase Brown will eat this year, but I wouldn't take him over Jacobs, and I wouldn't take him over Bucky either. Have an account, but you added your promo code. All right, good. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, you should be good. You should be good to access everything now. Again, that season pass will get you in a league, and it gets you access to everything if anything's locked up for you. So, you like McCaffrey, McConkey better? Some people do. But I don't like taking McCaffrey at the 1-8 with the injury risk, and McConkey. I feel like I don't think McConkey's going to be a top. I don't think he's going to be a top 12 wide receiver this year. I think he's going to be a top 18 wide receiver. He's going as a wide receiver 10 here. And I love Ladd. Ladd is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. It's not necessarily Ladd. It's the scheme that I'm like a little bit skeptical about from a production standpoint. We can grab a quarterback now. We've got Goff on the board, Dak, and Caleb. I like all of these guys. I'm going to go Goff. I think Goff is a very good late round QB this year. He's been a top 12 QB the last, 2-3 years, right? I think Nico's a little overrated. You know, Nico, here's the thing. Nico's really, really good, and he could be the wide receiver 1 overall in fantasy. It's the injury risk. So, in terms of talent and ability and situation, I think Nico is properly rated. If we're rating him on that, if we're rating healthy Nico is a top 3 pick in fantasy drafts. The problem is, again, he is extremely prone to being injured, especially the hamstring. So, FSG shouted out Jaden Reed, and I'm kind of intrigued. Jaden Reed's a good pick this year because of the upside. I know Corey's... So here's the thing. I love Corey and Dana to death. I love them both. They are both... They're 2 of my good friends. When they get fixated on somebody, man, they just hammer it. They hammer it. Like, there is no, like, wide breadth of, like, covering all players and having, like, you know, a decent amount. Like, he's in on Reed. I know he is because I saw it on his Twitter. So... Here's the thing, they're probably going to be right, too. I agree with them. I think Reed's a good pick this year. The FC boys are good at what they do, so I tend to trust them about a lot of things. Yeah, regardless of Bush's season in the Flock League, I agree. That's where you can't trust him is playing actual fantasy. So, CMC has no more injury risk than Puka, Collins, or Neighbors. Ooh. I would say Christian McCaffrey has more injury risk than Neighbors pretty safely. Collins, no. Puka, I would say CMC has more injury risk than Puka just because of age. But you think I screwed myself with Puka, Kyren, Bucky, Baker stacks? Yeah, you probably capped your ceiling. I wouldn't want to do that in a real draft, probably. Yeah, we love Judkins. And yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. This is kind of my point with this. Like, Corey has been a Judkins guy since long before this ever happened, and so he's been my guy. So like, we have been like, oh, we like Judkins. We think Judkins is good. He's a good pick at price. But then he's a situational buy because he's dropping. For Corey, it's just been nonstop. So because I as much as I like Judkins, I did tell Corey, I was like, well, there are some holes in his, you know, analytical profile, and Corey was basically like, no, there's not. It's like, okay, you're right. 304 Alvin Kamara over Kyren. It's not bad, man. It's not bad. I think he'd be fine. Blue or Samson? Blue. I'll go blue. I think blue ends up starting there probably. All right, I'm going to drop the next link here. We've got 4 picks, and then I'm going to drop the next mock draft link in the chat for you guys to jump in with me. And we're going to keep going here. I'm going to keep using the algorithm. So this was an algo draft that I obviously followed the plan here for draft spot 4 in the algorithm. I feel really good about my draft here. But again, a ton of really good drafts here. Blizzard and Gator Fan both around me. None of us drafted a quarterback or a tight end until round 9. So they were obviously in on the strategy as well. But correct. Corey is the OG Judkins truther. That is absolutely true. I joined a league with with quarterback, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, tight end, 3 flex. Would you still stick to 2 running backs through 4 rounds or hero running back, get lots of wide receivers? That one you're probably going to have to play by ear because I think wide receivers might end up going earlier. Oh, I'm on auto pick. It's fine. I got my second quarterback for a 1 QB league. So that's what I needed anyways. All right, last pick here. So you got to kind of play your league by ear, but if here's the thing though. Running backs could also fall because of the 3 wide receiver format, and so then going 2 wide receivers through the first 3 rounds would actually be good. And so keep that in mind as well. Kind of play it by ear, but it is a little bit more wide receiver friendly format there. I do agree with you. So all right, let's get this other draft launched. Who's the top here? I'm in 3rd in this one. Icarus again. Again, the 101 ends up at the top quite a bit, but I think we did pretty good here. I feel pretty good about this one. All right, let's lock and load here. I'm going to drop the link right here in the YouTube chat, and you guys can jump in with me. Season SZN 69, no caps, no spaces in the comments if you want to get a chance to win a season pass here. It is a full point PPR 12-team redraft. Boom. I need to jump in. Okay, I want to draft somewhere I haven't. Draft in the middle. Let's go 7. Okay. Use the 7 spot. All right, link in the YouTube comments. First come, first serve. Appreciate you guys. Let's get this dialed up here with the 7 spot. Okay. So this one says hero wide receiver again, which I think adds up because you're going Gibbs, CD, Puka, Amon-Ra. If you're lucky, you'll get Gibbs, but it's often going to be a wide receiver. In the second round, there's often going to be a remaining talented running back trio. That's why I think balance is probably my favorite strategy here. I think balance would be the pick, but balance essentially is the same start as hero wide receiver. The difference is hero wide receiver, you don't take running back, or you don't take wide receiver again for a while. So let's do this. Again, I've got my targets. We'll see who follows me, and let's do it. Yeah, they're quick. They're quick. If we hit our light goal, I'll do another one tonight. So, I'll ask about that tonight. Make sure everybody knows. All right, lock in. Here we go. Sleeper draft spot 7 in the algo. I'm going to try to look at the player rankings during this one too. And obviously, again, we've got all the information you need for your drafts in here, but I love Gibbs because Gibbs has an upside score of 10, a floor score of 10, and a risk score of 4. Bijan is a 10-9-1. He has almost 0 risk is what's awesome. So let's try it. Let's follow the algo here and see how it goes. I'm good. Somebody tell me how many likes we got. We'll set a like goal for another mock draft here tonight. All right, so Gibbs goes. We're going hero wide receiver here. It's going to be Puka, Jefferson, or Neighbors. I don't care which one. So whoever Alec goes here, shout out Alec. We'll just go wherever. So how many likes we got? We'll set a like goal real quick, and then we'll do another mock. He goes Achan. Frick. I'm going to bet that the hamstring stuff is nothing, and I'll just start with JJF here. I'll start with JJF. I'm not really worried about JJF for now. I did see him running today and jumping, so 128 likes. If we get to 175, we'll do another mock tonight. So 175 is our like goal. Again, SZN69 in the chat to win the season pass tonight. So we're stuck at 69 likes. Don't know how that happened. It is weird, isn't it? It's funny how that happens. All right. BTJ goes here at the end. I do like starting with BTJ here at the 12. Dylan's in here as well. Some of you guys are so quick, man. Trophy Stealer did get in here. Shout out Trophy Stealer. Moyer's been in a couple drafts tonight. Gibbs taking a true lead running back role would be scary. And you saw that last year. Nathan did the research on this, and he told me about it. In the games where Gibbs didn't have Montgomery, he averaged 31 points a game. 31. It's crazy. Dylan's going for my first draft strategy here. Yeah, I'm curious to see how your later rounds go, like your 3 and 4, and see if you do anything differently there, Dylan. Okay, the example pick here, the example draft has us going Genty. Again, a hero wide receiver build. I do think running back's the way to go. You're going to get one of Christian McCaffrey, Genty, or Achane. They're all gone in this draft because Achane went at the 1-6. So they've flown off the board here. However, I do like the running backs here. And London just went, and so I think we're out of wide receiver territory, in my opinion. I think once London and Brown go, I think you're pretty clearly going running back here in the middle of the second when those guys are gone. So Jefferson is obviously the start, and we want to go with the balanced approach because we need to get our running back in for the first 2 rounds. So we're switching over to running back. We've got Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, JT. And highest ranked guy I have, I'm going to go Bucky. Even though my highest ranked guy is technically Jacobs. We've got him in the same tier. I want to mix up my starts a little bit. I've already taken a Jacobs tonight, so. Sleeper's draft room is 10 times better than this. I'm curious why you would say that. I didn't build this, but I've done both. Like, I do mock drafts all the time with you guys, and I think this is far better. But I'm curious why you think, though, because they honestly might give us a way that we can change this to make it better. Would love to know what the Flock community redraft style is. They prefer auction or snake. I would almost guarantee it's snake. Almost guarantee. Why don't you algo buy the season pass? There you go. Yeah, go get the season pass and you get the algo too. Okay, so we've got so really it has us going running back for the next couple rounds here in the algo, so we'll try that strategy if we've got it. So if not, we'll just pivot. We would just pivot to a balanced approach here, which I think is fine. So Gibbs over Bijan, talk it up. Yeah. I traded Burrow, McLaurin, and Javonte for Kyler, Bucky, and Olave. In a 1 QB. I think you won that one. Good job. Still manifesting for the season pass. Yeah, we'll draw here closer to the end of the stream. Again, SZN69 in the chat. Just like that, we've got you guys entering to win a season pass for tonight. But 175 likes is our goal, and we'll fire up another mock draft right after this one. I'm going the balanced start here. Obviously, drafting against a bunch of you guys. We got a bunch of double running back starts here, a couple double wide receiver starts here as well. And obviously, Bowers, if he makes it to the 112, you have to take Bowers at the 112, in my opinion. So I think you have to do it. Other running backs are Hampton and Henderson from running back 1 and 2 Dynasty are hard to contend with those. My top running backs. I mean, you're killing it, man. You're killing it. Oh, you did say get Judkins and Ford for Tracy and Tillman plus. Yes. Oh my gosh. Please, 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 please do that. Who will be in the slot for the Bears and the Jaguars? Okay. Good question. The Bears, it's probably going to be Burden, right? It's going to be probably Burden. And then the Jags is interesting because obviously Travis Hunter played a lot of X at Colorado. And so you've got BTJ playing X. You've got potentially Travis Hunter either playing X or playing like a hybrid role. And then so who does play the slot? Because it was Christian Kirk. They brought somebody in. Who did they bring in? I'm not crazy, right? The Jags brought in... Because that's essentially what it is the Christian Kirk replacement. Slot wide receiver for the Jags. It's De'Ami Brown is on the Jags. That would probably be it. It would probably be De'Ami Brown. Don't we think? Let me know what you guys think. But that's kind of my answer to that. So... Is everything good with Nathan? Yeah, Nathan's good. Yeah, we alternate streams so we don't have to all stream 7 nights a week. So that way we can stream more. I'm obsessed with the question about how high for Bowers in a PPR 12 team. I think when he gets to the 210, you take him. That's my sweet spot with him. I'm not taking him before that though. CD pick worked out well. Yeah, no, it did. I mean, that's a great pick. This is a beautiful start here. Shout out Fabella 14. I mean, that's a beautiful start. All right, so the algo says probably we're going back to running back here. And we're in pretty darn good shape. As long as Kyron doesn't go off the board here, I think we're going to get exactly who we want. And we start with Bucky, Kyron, and J-Jeff. And that is just, again, I love having this thing in front of me. And I know I was part of the team that wrote it. But it just gives me so much structure, and I just feel so comfortable. The last 2 drafts that we've done here, I feel pretty good about. Like, I felt really comfortable with. And so, Bucky, Kyron, and J-Jeff, I don't know what you guys think of that start. I like that start. I think that start is a good combination of floor and upside. So, Bryce wanted Kyron. Yeah, I wasn't letting him fall. I was not letting him fall. So, John Brown's a field stretcher. Yeah, but I mean, again, I don't know who else they'd play there. The slot can still be a field stretcher. BK says Avery's copying me. Was that your start last time? I feel way better in this draft compared to the previous one where I took Bijan with the 1-2. Yeah, no. That may you guys may be onto something there. Like maybe maybe it's better if you're at like the 1-1-1-2 to go wide receiver in the first round for that reason. That's definitely something I think we should be thinking about at this point. So, BK, you're a good drafter, man. I got to go for it, dude. The slot eats in Cohen and Ben Johnson offenses, which is why it's interesting that Hunter's not a slot. He maybe could be, though. He maybe could be. I don't know. He's able to get McBride at the 3-9 and stack with Kyle at 7-9. Nice. That's good. Cheers for the Bowers answer. NFL and Australia next year. Go Browns. Sad face. Yeah. Appreciate you, Adrian. I love having you on these streams, man. Yeah. No, it is kind of sad face for the Browns right now. And just when they had a good, promising young rookie running back, look what he does. Why is he McBride twice? Oh, that is interesting. Let me refresh this. See if... Yeah, something glitched. I think it was probably an auto pick thing. So, there we go. There goes and the first QB goes off again. In sharper leagues, a lot of times what you're going to see is the first QB go off the board at the 3-12. Now, here's the thing. When you get to the 3-4 turn with some of these like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson types, I definitely think you have to consider it at that point. So... We're at 146 likes. If we get to 175, we'll stay on and do another mock draft tonight. So I got to keep setting the goal. So then I can tell my wife, well, they kept liking the stream. So I think you have to look at wide receiver here. Yeah, and there's some good picks. DK's a good pick here, in my opinion. Rashee Rice and Sutton are both good picks. Sort by Avery's rankings, and it should have, there we go, Rashee Rice and Cortland Sutton as the top options here. Let's go Rashee Rice. We haven't taken him tonight. Loving it. I love it. Dylan likes his start, which, again, you always do. Yeah, I like it, too. I think it's good. I think it's good. You're pretty consistently good at these, Dylan, I think. Well, we see if you pick Darnell Washington in the 4th and really copy me. Okay. All right. Did you pick Darnell? Let me write that down. Pick 12, trying to draft Devontae at the 3-12, but it keeps saying error. That's weird. Yeah. If you see that stuff, Adam, take a screenshot for me, and we can put it on the Discord and show the devs. DK should be a steal at his ADP. Yeah, DK's a good pick as well. DK, Sutton, and Rice were the picks there, in my opinion. So, and they all just went back to back to back. Lamar here is really good value, by the way. V-Ray, you're going to have to, or a.k.a. Fritz, you're going to have to tell me how you end up liking your draft after taking Lamar here. And Mason, I'm kind of on the same deal there. So, a.k.a. Adam. When should Bowers and McBride go in a 10-team, half PPR, full point tight end premium? Oh, in a 10-team in a full-point tight end premium league? Oh, gosh. Bowers should go in the 1st, and McBride should go in the early 2nd. Oh, in a dynasty. Bowers should go in the late 1st, early 2nd, and McBride should just go in the 2nd round somewhere, I think. So, Hendo, the only issue I have with the Hendo here is, again, you've already got a rookie running back in Hampton, so you guys want to just make sure, and you take Rome, obviously, so you're taking the good picks here. You just guys want to make sure that you're not overexposing yourself in your team to rookies. Could be a little bit. First time I've been this early. We'll see how it shakes out. Yeah, drop it in the comments when you get your team, when you get the bulk of your team. I'm curious to see what you think. I get Chase Brown in London and give away Bijan in a PPR league. I think it's fair. Parker Washington, is he more of a BTJ replacement? I thought he was. I think Parker Washington's more of that hybrid type. I don't know. You guys might know that better than me, honestly. I didn't do a ton of Parker Washington film when he came out of college. Okay. 5th round here. The algo says wide receiver. Oh, it's tough. It's tough because Worthy's the pick here, but I took Rice. And then it says Devonta Smith, who just went. I would have taken Devonta and Flowers. Where does it have us taking our running back 3? Like like round 7, but all those running backs are going off the board. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna go rookie running back here and take Harvey. I don't feel super comfortable with that pick. So my options here were, again, I think Worthy would have been my choice had I not taken Rashee Rice up front. I'm not a huge DJ Moore guy, obviously, but I guess even by my own rankings, he was the pick. So I probably should have just freaking taken DJ Moore, shouldn't I? I probably should just follow my freaking rankings. Parker's a slot who's Kirk's replacement. Okay, that sounds right. Yeah, so then it's probably Parker Washington. Actually, if Parker Washington really is going to play a slot, then he's my pick. He's the guy I think they drafted to do that, so. Harvey was the right pick. I feel better about that pick. But you know. DJ Moore goes in the 5'10". I think that's really good value there for Clam Chowder. How many likes we got? 155. We got 20 more likes, and we'll stay on and do another mock draft here. Keep locking in. We are getting close, y'all. Again, season 69. If you do it no caps, no spaces, in the comments section, we're giving away a free season pass tonight. And so it's just a free giveaway. All you have to do is type those letters in the chat, and you'll be in the giveaway. So, playing in a 2 QB league, who should I take first overall? Probably Lamar or Allen. Yeah, one of those guys. Kittle in the 5th is insane. Yeah, it's a good pick. That's a good pick as well. Kittle is a good pick in the 5th. Yeah, I agree with that. Just going 0 running back at this point, taking the value. Lamar was too tempting there. Yeah, Fritz, we got you here. And you do have 1 running back, but I'm curious to see how it turns out. So you get a similar wide receiver in the 6th. The running backs drop off after RJ. That is a good point. There is a running back drop off that does kind of kick in after RJ Harvey there. And really, actually, Swift normally goes behind Harvey in that, so that kind of accounts for it as well. And so that's worth considering for sure. But it's coming back to us now. Okay, so let's check the algo. 6th round. Yeah, none of these guys are available. Oh, yeah, well, a couple of them are. Oh. One of them really is available. He is there. He is there. He's not the top guy in my rankings. Oh, frick. Couple good guys here. Odunze obviously is going off the board earlier in these drafts, which is fine. It's one of our drafts. This might be stupid, but I'm going to deviate from my typical pick here, and I'm going to take Travis Hunter in the 6th. I'm going to try it. I just want to see how I like it. I think I do have room to take some rookies here. So 168 likes. Looks like we're going to be firing up another one. Drop a like. We get to 175. We will keep going here. So Chris Olave does go there at the 6-7. So that's solid. I think it's a good pick. Addison at the 6-9, I think, is also a good pick. Addison is interesting. I want to show you guys this real quick. In our player database here in the algorithm, one thing you'll notice about Addison in this range is obviously the upside score here. I don't know if you can see this. The upside, he's right here. The upside score here is this first one. He's an 8 in upside. Very low risk for this range, right? Obviously, Godwin has a 9 upside, but a 9 risk coming off of an injury. And a 7 floor. So he's got high upside, high floor, and low risk. That's typically what you want to look for. That's why he's marked as a domain favorite with the little star there. He grades out really well in terms of upside, floor, and risk. He's got a really good combination of those traits. And so that's really what we're looking for in this range. And so that's why I think Jordan Addison in the 6th, 7th round this year is a very good pick. Obviously, you know, the one thing that doesn't take into account is, you know, factors that have changed that will affect future production, like a quarterback change. And so that obviously is going to be something that you just have to factor in. So have Lamar ranked over Josh? Yeah, I do. I think that's correct. So target volume equals value, and Olave will eat targets. I tend to agree. That's why I'm in on Olave this year. I think he's going to be able to stay healthy, and so I'm not worried about that at all. So 169 likes. That's 100 nice. 6 more, and we're doing it up another, just firing up another draft here. So appreciate all you guys. Do you lean Allen over Hurts because the Bills pass a lot more? Yeah. Well, and Allen just scores more fantasy points just on a consistent basis. And he also just, Hurts is going to be like good. Like he'll get you like 25 points every week. Allen is like, he could score you 50 and win you a week by himself. So he has that like league breaking, league winning, week winning upside. Addison going 69. Sounds like the amount of miles per hour is going over the speed limit. Yes. Addison, he's probably going to miss a game or two this year, I think, but no more than that. This is a good question. Why is Tyreek a domain favorite when in Dynasty you made a video shorting him? I'm assuming you mean on here. Honestly, what's interesting is I didn't mark Tyreek as one of my favorites. I think he's a Nathan favorite. Oh, we didn't add these in. Okay, so this should have been, they're supposed to be Avery's favorites, Nathan's favorites, and then both favorites. So that's it. But we only did domain favorites for this version. So Nathan is more out on Tyreek than I am. I'm out on Tyreek. Be interesting to see what Nathan says. But that's a great question, though. Because theoretically, you're right. Let's do this real quick. 7th round here. Oh, gosh. I got away from it. I'm at 7 in the sleeper. It says to take wide receiver. I've got 3 running backs. That's the right pick. Judy's on the board, and he's probably the best guy here. Egbuka's also on the board. It's the 7th round. I'll go Judy here. Yeah, but great question, because you're right. If we're low on somebody in redraft, that means we think they're not going to score as many points as they're projected. That means, in turn, their dynasty value would go down. So you're right. There absolutely is a cohesiveness between dynasty takes and redraft takes. So Nathan and I are a little bit split on that one. I think Nathan and I have kind of, the other thing is we started this draft guide. We started writing it a month ago. And since then, we've done a lot of research on Tyreek, and I've changed my opinion a lot on him. So we'll that's why we just constantly update the draft guide with stuff like that. That's a great question, though. I'm glad you pointed that out to me. I don't know how I feel about Caleb as my running back, too. That running back run cooked me. Yeah, and again, trophy stealer. We talked about this, but that's that. You could have taken Chuba here. Chuba would have been fine, I feel like. I will say, though, you probably should have gone Kyron over Adams here in the 3rd. What do you think about that? You should let me know. How do we see the chart? That is the algorithm. It's over on the Flock site. So just go over to the Flock site. I'll drop a link for you. That's the algorithm. That's our fantasy football database, draft guides, cheat sheet, whatever you want to call it. It's our thing to help you win your fantasy football league. So you can go check it out over here on the site. We've got all of this. Again, I'm going to have this draft guide open when I'm drafting the Flock league. I'm not even kidding you, because here's the thing. I didn't create the database. The 4 factors were my idea. This is how I defined a fantasy team, but I had Eric, one of our data guys, do what I couldn't do because I don't have time, and create the algorithms for all these scores. And it is so good. He did such a good job. So I'm not tooting my own horn when I say I'm going to use it. My team built most of this, and they are amazing. They did such a good job. Egbuka did end up going after me. That sucks, because I would have taken him here, though. So trying to make some moves now. I got my blueprint in. Yeah, for sure. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. Obviously, utilize the Discord as well, but all right, Fritz Warren again goes in the 8th. So we have Warren going in the 8th. We hit 175, 173. 2 more likes. 2 more likes, and we'll fire up another draft here. All right. Algo says, I did it again. Oh, nice. I scrolled right to it. Algo says an 8. Oh. Okay, here's our rule. Here's Avery's rule for this stream. I can't go Kelsey because I have Rice. I'll go Njoku this time. If you get to the 8th round, Fritz did it right here. Theory. If you get to the 8th round and you don't have a tight end, you have to take one in the 8th. Adam meant to pick Scatterboot at auto-drafted Mahomes. You need that backup quarterback, though, Adam. You got your backup quarterback secured. You're going to have the best backup quarterback in this league. So, will you send me the algorithm? I won't send it to you, but we've got it posted on the public for the public on flockfantasy.com. So, again, if you follow the link here, you can access it. That's where we have it at. We hit 175, so we'll fire up another mock draft. Appreciate you guys. And I'll set another one after that. Be happy with this draft. I think it survived the elite QB. And so let's look at your draft here real quick. So your wide receiver 2 is great. Your running back 2 is Pacheco. Your wide receiver 3 is obviously great. Your running back depth is going to suffer because you don't have a 3. The only knock I have on this one is is Pacheco is your running back 2. That's where it's like, that's your weak spot. Brees is your running back 1 is not a sure thing either. This is why I think you have to... I don't think you necessarily needed to survive elite QB here. And I actually don't have an issue with you going elite QB here. But guys, this is really important, so I want to point this out. If you do go elite QB here, this is why I think it's really important to have a running back in the first 2 rounds this year. You have to have at least one. I don't care if it's round 1. I don't care if it's round 2. I think if you would have went running back, wide receiver in the first round 1 or 2, and then went whoever in the third, and then taken Lamar, I think your team would look a little bit better. Just slightly better. So I think we're anti-elite QB, but if we do go elite QB, you have to have taken one of those top 2 round running backs. And you were in prime position to do it with Bucky, Chase Brown, JT, and Josh Jacobs there. Let me know what you think of that, Fritz. I think you said you agree. So Ridley or Tet? I think I would take Tet. I think Tet has more upside. So link in the Discord or YouTube chat. I'll send it here in the YouTube chat for the next mock draft. So Warren the 8th, we like. I'm letting you guys and Nathan run with the Warren stuff. I'm not going to be caught on the butt end of a Colts take again. I will not do it. Chat, do we think Warren is being underdrafted or overdrafted or just right now? Appreciate you, Doc. Amon-Ra St. Brown and London give such a safe floor. That is very true. It is true again, but it locks you out of some upside at running back. But you're 100% right. Amon-Ra London is amazing floor. And you look at those guys' floor scores. Real quick, 9th round here for the algo. Wide receiver is what it says. So I'll probably go wide receiver. When you look at these guys' floor scores, like you just said, curious mathematically how it checks out based on their game-to-game production last year. And again, it's not something we graded these like manually. These were algorithm. Drake London floor score 8. Amon-Ra floor score 10. So, yep. And all of these guys, you'll notice all of the top 8 receivers have a floor score of 8 or higher, and 7 of 8 of them have a 9 or higher at floor. So that's really what the appeal is for a lot of them. Okay. Pittman just went. It said wide receiver and Mooney's on the board, so we'll take Mooney here. I like that. Again, I think this draft actually turned out pretty good. I think it turned out pretty good. I did stack Judy and Njoku here, which again, I've got to just be careful. With more time on the clock, I would be a lot more intentional about not stacking that offense like that. You like Njoku and Ingram over Warren. I don't blame you there. I don't think I blame you at all. Overdrafted. He's just right now. 8-9 turn. Warren's just right. Okay. Overdrafted. So just right to overdrafted. I don't think anybody thinks he's being underdrafted, which is where I'm at as well. I think we all are on the same page with Tyler Warren here. Just right. Where's your favorite place to draft and why? I'm still figuring it out. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think this is where I'm landing, and this is such a non-answer that I hate to give it, but I feel like I have to. With the way that the second round is in fantasy football this year, I will say this. I think there's a tier drop-off. It depends on who you're drafting with. In some drafts, there's a tier drop-off in the third that happens like right here. And honestly, it did happen like right here. So for that reason, I think getting a top 8 pick is good. And I honestly think these middle picks are like kind of the sweet spot here. I think this year is unique in the sense that I think you can actually win a draft from any spot in fantasy football this year. And like, there's not a super, like last year, I thought the 101 was really weak. This year, I don't think so. I think people at the 101 are getting great values at the 2-3 turn. So I know that's a cop-out answer, but like I legitimately think this year, which is why when we were kind of going through, I mean, you should see some of these freaking algo cheat sheets for the ESPN leagues. Look at some of these freaking teams. This is based on ESPN ADP, by the way, so it's not like we're pulling this out of our butts. Neighbors, Nico, Chase Brown, Kamara, Hunter, Smith, Henderson, Godwin, Caleb Williams, and Tyler Warren. Yeah. All right, and then real quick here, I think this is our 10th pick. We have wide receiver. I obviously already took Mooney, and so then we've got a couple backup running backs here, which I think I do like the backup running back route. Who we got? Okay, a couple guys here. I think based on what I've heard, I haven't taken a quarterback. So since it's only a 10 team, I'll take a quarterback, or a 10 round, I'll take a quarterback here. So the 5th, 6th, and 8th is a tough spot to draft. See, I don't know though, because like I just drafted between those, and I feel like I had a decent draft. So I think these guys had decent drafts. So I don't know, man. Zach said the same thing. Yeah, and Zach would know too. So Thoughts on the squad for Dylan here. I think the Nico CMC start's just not my favorite because of the risk, but you obviously did well in the late. I don't like the Tracy pick. I think here's the thing. I think there's a lot of. I think your team has a very low floor, is how I'd put it. Nico and CMC have very low floors because of injury, but then also you factor in Tyreek Hill, who could be boom bust this year. James Cook is going to have a super low floor. I've had 18 touchdowns last year. Waddle's floor is pretty much 0. Laporta is a fine pick in the 6th. I like that. Tracy's floor is absolute 0s on multiple weeks this year. Pearsall, we have no idea. And so I feel like there's just a lot of uncertainty / low floor with this build, Dylan. That's my thoughts. You like 7? I think 7's good. Achane will be running back 1, and you're buying the hype. I think Achane's great, so. All right, we're about to fire up another draft here. Let's freaking do this. Be ready. In YouTube chat, be ready because I'm about to drop this link, and you're going to want to see it. And it's going to drop before I say it drops, so you better be watching the chat. It's going to be first come, first serve. Seven never seems to have a bad team. That's really good to know, actually. You guys seem to like... You like spots 1 through 12. I like those spots. You guys seem to like 7, and so that's good to know. I'm gonna kind of keep that in my brains. So I ended up at 9th in this one, which again, I feel better than 9th about this draft. And so out of a startup, usually out of a startup, it's going to be very even. But Artem really up top here with Jamar Chase and Brock Bowers. Yeah, honestly, I think with the Bowers pick at the turn, I think you really did kind of kill that draft. So well done there. All right, here we go. 30-second PPR full, 10 rounds. I'm going to pick my spot first. Let's draft at... Hey, where should I draft at, chat? Which spot do you want me to draft at in this one? I'll try out. I haven't tried 1, haven't tried 12. I haven't tried the ends yet if you want me to do one of those. But pick a spot for me. Honestly, what were the ones we were just talking about? 5th, 6th, and 8th are tough. I could do one of those as well and see how it turns out. Spam the chat, though. Which spot should I draft from here and try to get a draft strategy in? So I want to do it before you guys. 9, 10, 12, 8, 4. So 5 different numbers so far. 4, 12. Oh, I got a couple 12s here. Let's do 12. All right. Link is coming. 3, 2, 1, go. Jump in. We'll do 12. We'll try 12 out. See how it goes. All right. So looking at the algo for 12 while we fill up here in the draft. Says the top one is going to be a balanced double wide receiver or double running back. So really, like, I think everybody would say this is exactly how a 12 spot is. It can literally, you can do anything and it's going to work here probably. You've got so much flexibility. Got one more empty spot here. Calvin, if you just press the link up here, you can join. It gets claimed pretty quickly. And so Lobster Biscuit's username is sick. I had Lobster Biscuit St. Elmo's the other night when I went with Corey. It was awesome. It says there's one open spot, you guys. Oh, no, there's not. It's just lying to me. All right, let's do this. 12 spot. Here we go. Yeah, you should do mocks. Go mock against like our creator bots and use the algorithm and see how it turns out. And you guys should also give us feedback on stuff like that. The one thing is, a lot of the like suggested picks in the algo aren't going to be there when you're drafting against creator bots because creator bots have the rankings that are really good. So this is why the flock site is the best place to mock draft, is because the rankings in the ADP are so good. So. Calvin says, how do I join the draft? I just drop the links, but they fill up really quick, and so you just have to be on the lookout when I start a new draft, and I just drop them in there. But appreciate you, Calvin. Calvin Johnson, that's a great name. Alex got in here. Kicker first round. Whoa. None of that here, please. Okay, so again, the balance strategy is what we have here to start. CMC in London. CMC in London's a good start. The reason I like that so much better than CMC and Nico is because London is a lot safer than Nico, even though Nico has higher upside. Although I'm not sure how much higher upside Nico has in London, because London was a top 5 wide receiver in fantasy football last year. I've got London at... Where the frick do I have London? Wide receiver 9. Last year, the wide receiver 5, 280 points in PPR leagues. 158 targets last year for London. So I think that tells you all you need to know there. Is it default going against bots or is that a setting? I think it is probably default. I think it's default. So, all right, let's set a new light goal and then we'll stay on. See how long you guys want to keep me on here tonight. We're at 187. Let's go 240. 240 likes to stay on and do another one. That's 50 likes. We'll do 230. do 230. 230 like goal for next mock. And again, SZN69, no caps, no spaces in the chat if you want to be in the drawing for a season pass. All right, Neighbors, Brown. Well, again, when you're at 12, when you're on the end here, you pretty much just have to wait and see who falls to you. So drop a like. Again, if we hit 230, we'll fire up another one here and keep this thing going. But Dylan's in here. Dylan got H-Chan here. Okay. All right. All right. Can you link that Yahoo site? Which Yahoo site? Sorry. Can I join the next draft? My parents said I have to get off electronics soon. I will let you know when I'm about to drop it, Calvin. If you can get it in time, you should join it. Make sure you have an account created, Calvin. Make sure you just have an account on the site. So gotta respect the parents, man. Gotta respect the parents. They know what's best for you. Okay. I like BTJ here. I did not think BTJ would be available. So we'll go BTJ, and then we're going to go balanced here. Let's go BTJ and Derrick Henry. That's honestly, I love that start at 12. I love that start. So following the algorithm here, they go Christian McCaffrey, London. We go BTJ and Genty. I have Henry over McCaffrey, and I have BTJ over London. Do I have BTJ over London? Avery Huffman, BTJ, and London. I've got them at wide receiver 8 and wide receiver 9. So I'll take my 2 highest ranked guys at that position there. Dylan goes H-Chan in London. He likes that one. I like that one too, Dylan. I love that one. We get an option for Superflex. I think they're working on it. I think somebody asked about that. I think we're working on it. Like the 4th pick on ESPN. Yeah, let's look at that actually. The 4th pick on ESPN, here's where that comes out in terms of value. This was an example draft we built with mock drafting on ESPN in the 4th spot according to the algorithm here. Gibbs, Bucky, Tyreek Rice, Chuba, Flowers, Johnson, Murray, Godwin, and Warren. That's broken. That's broken. I love the freaking Warren pick in the 10th, too. I think there's a ton of good picks on ESPN because you're drafting on ESPN, to be honest with you. If we're looking at the sleeper, and again, we're using sleeper here because I would be drafting a sleeper league, but there's also a cover page here for each platform. It tells you the best values and the worst values in each round. Best values for the first round are Gibbs, Lamb, and Puka. Worst values, it says BTJ, but there's really not a worst values for the first round. But then it gets to the quarterbacks and tight ends, which should not surprise you if you've watched our draft strategy videos. So, my dad has the number 5 pick in expensive league, Jahmyr Gibbs or CD Lamb. What's up, Calvin's dad? They're both, if they both make it to you, like they're both really good picks. When you're looking at who tends to make it back to you, I think the running backs are better here at the 2-8 than the wide receivers, and so I would go Lamb, and then I would package a running back on the way back. That would be my draft strategy of choice. So, Travis says, one of my favorite things to do is spend the night watching Domain Fantasy Football and sending out trade offers. It's nothing better, man. That's how weekends should be, man. Weekends are for the boys. Weekends are for fantasy football. That's what we're here for. Did you just give love to Warren? In the 10th? Yeah, I love that pick. I love him in the 10th. The strat you're looking at is the ESPN. Okay, so this is our draft guide actually. So it's the algorithm for 2025, and so I can drop the link to it. It's right here. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about the site is the Flock site, which is again linked up in the pinned comment. So, all right, 230 likes. Make sure you drop a like. If we hit 230. We will fire up another mock here tonight. So the algorithm does say for the 12 spot in sleeper leagues, again, using a sleeper league is closest to what? Actually, you know what? Let's look at ESPN because Mason says that ESPN is closer to us, which actually that checks out. Now, this does say JSN will be available to me, and I guarantee he's already gone. Yeah, he is. So that is the one thing. Your casual ESPN leagues, you will have JSN there at the 312. That's where his ADP is right now for ESPN. Do you like Emeka Egbuka? I do, but I don't think you can take him any earlier than like the 8th round. So how would you rank Caleb, May, Fields, and Richardson in a Superflex league? It would be Caleb, May, Fields, and then Richardson. Just how you have it there is how I have it. H-Chan and London is literally my favorite kind of start. I agree. I think H-Chan and London is a brilliant start there. All right, we are 6 picks away. Had the 3 spot last night, and it was brutal. That's interesting. This 3 spot start is not that bad at all, I don't think. What website is showing what to expect at each pick? That is, yeah, that's the algorithm there. McDowell's. Now I got you. Yep. Here's the link right here to get the algorithm. So just create an account with code domain. Again, you'll get it with the season pass. So if you want to get a pass for the season, you'll get our algorithm and 3 other draft guides and everything that is on the site. So favorite rookie receiver, Tet McMillan for this year. All my leagues are on Yahoo, but one on MFL. Good, because we've got a Yahoo section in the algo as well. Snagged AK, super happy with that. I like AK in the 3rd. I think that's a great pick. So 202 likes. We need 28 more, and we'll stay on and do another draft. So yeah, appreciate you, McDowell's. Yeah, come grab a season pass with code domain and just get all of it. We'd love to have you, man. Do Infinites drop tomorrow? Infinites will drop sometime this week. We have so many now that we have to send them out in batches. We literally can't. We're meeting an email limit, so we have to. We're trying to like create new emails. It's a good problem to have, but it's a mess. So ESPN Tech goes 6th or 7th round, and that's why we like drafting on ESPN a lot. So I'm gonna save this video and calculate every game to prove I didn't deserve that 12 out of 12 ranking. I wouldn't read too much into it there, Alec. I don't think you did either. Should add auto for the mock draft lobby. Some people are AFK in the drafts. Yeah. Shout out, bad idea, Joseph. Neighbors or Puka? I probably lean Neighbors. I think he's... Oh, no. No. Okay, thank goodness it did not. I don't... Oh, no. Oh. Frick. I hate the running backs here is the other thing. As well, since it auto-drafted Rice for me... Let's say screw it and grab Josh Allen and see how this goes. I wonder if that's even a projected pick. It's not. We never have QB up here in the algo, which is that's how we're helping people anyways. That's what we're saying. So our round 4 picks here were like, it said Marv, but he wasn't available. Brees wasn't available. Mike Evans was the pick that the algo said, which normally I probably would have went Evans there. I also was thinking about Tet McMillan there. So. Because he's not making it back to me. Let's do it. Let's see how this Allen draft works out. It's going to be interesting. Again, we got to try it. We got to see how it works out. This is all research. This is all intense laboratory research. Surprise Superflex not become more common than standard flex. QB should have importance like in the NFL. In Dynasty, it is true. With redrafters just can. It's harder strategy for redrafters, and so I think 1 QB will always reign supreme. I'm just used to that. That's what I grew up playing. So I like the nostalgia of playing 1 QB for redraft. So, but Dynasty, oh man, I want the strategy. Give me the strategy all day long. Sam Darnold will have a slight down year. Sam Darnold might just regress to the mean not playing with Kevin O'Connell. That's very true. How do you value elite tight ends like McBride and Bowers in this kind of format with positional values being more of an impact with only starting 7 players? In a start 7, I value them higher, slightly higher. You have to, because the opportunity cost of not taking a flex position isn't as great when you have a start 8. When you have 2 flex positions, the opportunity cost is very high to not take a flex position guy in rounds like 2, 3, 4. But when it goes down to 7, that opportunity cost lowers a little bit, and the opportunity cost of tight ends, since it's 1-to-1, stays the same. And so I'm higher on tight ends in a start 7. Although I'm drafting like a start 8 because I'm, Two QB redraft number 1. Who should I target first 5 rounds? My dad, so I need to be good. It's a 2 QB redraft. Number 1 pick, Allen for sure. Go Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, either one. I actually have Lamar ranked over Allen. I'd probably take him. So I would say Allen, and I would get in your first 5. I don't have 5 targets for you, but I would try to get 2 QBs in there. Dude, let's freaking go. Okay. Forgive me for forgetting, but where have you been? Like, I knew you were going to be gone, but I forget what you were doing. Your absence is notable, dude. We missed you. Waffle Hauser in the chat, everybody. You are blessed by the presence of the Pancake Man. I know, that's probably insulting. Waffle Man. We're at 206 likes. We need 24 more to fire up another draft, so drop a like on the stream if you haven't. If we hit 230, we'll do another draft right after this, so... All my homies are dropping on. Well, he's at training. Okay. That makes sense. That's why he's skinny, too. That makes sense. I'm not skinny. I'm still fat. Which is fine. Because my job involves sitting here in front of a camera. I just sit on my butt. So Nakua or Collins in redraft? I have Puka and Nico ranked back-to-back, but I have Puka. I give Puka the slight edge. They're both risky. So, although, I will say, guys, the Matt Stafford news of evidently he's seen like a back specialist twice in the last couple weeks. I don't love that. How are y'all determining the draft order? I don't know. Mason said there's some kind of surprise for us, so. There you are, too. What's up, Lambo? I do miss you when you're gone. What are you talking about? Where have you even been? I feel like I haven't seen you either. It's been slightly less ridiculous around here without you. I miss you, dude. Of course I miss you. You're a reg. You're an OG, dude. I love all of our OGs. Always will. 2 rookies for Alex. Too good of an opportunity to pass up, he says. Where's Alex at in this league? Oh, yeah, here he is. Yeah, I don't mind it. Second time I've seen the JS and DK start, which I don't hate, so. I don't hate. Harvey at his ADP or Hampton at his ADP? Hampton still, in my opinion. I think he's so good. Officer training skill in Montgomery, Alabama. I can hang for about 30 because it's Sunday. Nice. Well, I'm glad you made it in, man. I hope that's going well. We miss you, obviously. I can't wait till you're officer trained. You're a domain officer. Shout out my dad. He's a big board 200 players. Your dad is awesome, man. A dad with a fantasy football big board of 200 players. I don't even have a big board 200 players. That's sick. Turn on membership so I can love on the people. Let me do that real quick, honestly. You're right. I should have those turned on. I don't know if that's something I can do, like, quickly, so I'll have to double-check that. Launch. Let me just launch the cheapest membership I can. I look and sound like Sethy Poker. I have no clue who that is. Okay, memberships are live. Let me edit the levels. It's $5. Let me make it cheaper than that. Okay, I have to add a level. Okay, let me add a level. $199. And this is the domainers. All right. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it's good. There's a review period for this waffle, so it's not going to let me do it tonight, unfortunately, but it'll be on for the next one. Sorry. Christian says, look, Mommy has a decent-sized YouTube channel. Who? Oh, my dad says hire him. Oh, no! Oh, you guys. Frick. Shoot. I ruined that draft. My team's going to suck. Here's the thing. I was screwed anyways. This is why, again, this is why I don't like doing this. Oh, no. Oh, Sethy Poker, yeah. What's up, Carter? Good to see you. I'm glad you're ready to go, man. We're locked and loaded, dude. We're ready. Here's why it wouldn't have mattered. Even though my draft sucks now. This is the worst. Do I really have Juwan Jennings that high? Because my running back 2 was going to be Swift or Aaron Jones, where in reality I mean, here's the thing. The one thing about the 12 spot is if you don't, you almost have to try to go double running back, I think. But then I don't know, man. There's a huge teardrop here in the 3rd round, and you always are on the wrong end of the teardrop at the 12 spot. And so that's a problem. My running back 2 was going to suck, and that's a result of taking Josh Allen. Yeah, old school DFF is distract Avery so he autos. Yeah, it's not hard to do, honestly. My daughter's doing a live in-person auction draft in one of her leagues. I'm so proud. That is legit awesome, dude. You have succeeded as a parent. That's so... Yeah, shut up, Lambo. Gosh dang it. Whatever. Do you go live every night? We've been live, I think, 6 out of 7 nights this week, so dang near every night. The trash talking vids. Well, the next vid will be the draft vid for the Flock League. So there you go. Waffle's a domain S tier member now. Again, we haven't gotten the memberships dialed in. So we're at 213. If we hit 230 likes, I'll fire up another one of these. So we need 17 more likes. We need to get there. It's been a great stream. Glad we are figuring out our draft strategy here. But again, SZN69 in the chat to win a season pass on the Flock site. It's free to enter. What time do you go live? Typically around 6. Typically around 6. Trophy Stealer wants a review on his team real quick. Yeah, I love that team. I like your team a lot. I think you did great. I really, really like that. Hopefully, Mason, if I don't win the season pass, will give me one. Where did I go wrong with my team? Power Branch. Did you go wrong? It is interesting, man. It is interesting. Here's a preference note. Preference note, I like Bucky and Jacobs over Brown. But I don't mind the Brown pick. I don't mind the Garrett Wilson pick either. I honestly just don't think good values fell to you. I think you actually played all your cards right for what you had. I know that probably doesn't make you feel better, but I honestly don't think you did anything wrong. I think the board fell in a way that screwed you. And here's the thing about fantasy football drafts this year. While I think you can win at every position this year, I do think there are scenarios where you just get screwed by the board. I think there are going to be drafts like that for everybody this year. So I appreciate you, Calvin. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, well, we'd love to have you on, man. Weekend stream, Tiny Goose. Let's go. It's redraft season, buddy. If not, I'll just pay for it. Yeah, Dylan, you got to come join with the season pass, man. You've got a blueprint now too, so. All right, how many likes we need? 218, 12 more likes, and we're staying on. You guys are gonna push me on here, aren't you? It's fine. I'm happy to stay on. Do you like Team 1? You Lobster Bisque, I love your name. I like your running backs. I like your wide receivers. You got Mahomes. Yep. I think you did really well. I like it a lot. How's my draft? Hector drafted here. He went here. Balanced approach. I love the CD Jacob start is elite. That's an S tier start. Then Brees. Terry as your wide receiver 2 is okay. I love Caleb Johnson, though. I think you did really well there. Little bit of a shallow wide receiver 2. That's my only feedback. What in-season tools does a membership offer? Waivers, start, sit. It should be all that. Waivers is available. I think we're going to have tools for that on the site by then, but it's also got literally everything on the site. So in-season, you're going to be getting the green light, start, sit tool. I will tell you this. If you're a season... No, frick. Oh, I got Judkins. Sick. That's good. Okay, 8th round. Don't have a tight end. You know what to do, guys. I have Rashee Rice again. Frick. I'll take Tyler Warren this time. How about that? I will say this. If you have a code domain account in season, you're going to get the best tool. That's all I can say so far. Trust me. We got something sweet for you guys in season. We haven't announced it. It's not even done. So yeah, drop a like. Let's get another one going. Appreciate all you guys. So in PPR, should I draft Achane or Genty? I have Achane ranked higher. I think Achane's the pick. So I did go ahead and take my tight end there. Almost got him again, I know. Oh frick, oh sick. The duality of man right there. How's my team looking? Kicker first round right here for John. John, you are kicker first round. Hey, for drafting Hurts, I actually like your team because your running backs, I don't mind. Pickens is a wide receiver 2. Again, your wide receiver upside's obviously. Your wide receiver upside is high because of Marv. Marv has incredible upside. Sky-high ceiling here for Marvin Harrison Jr. But Pickens, again, you're just a little bit shaky because you probably could have gotten... But it would have been shaky anyways. I do think Marv, Worthy, and Pickens would have given you a little bit more security there if you hadn't taken Hurts. But I think you honestly did pretty well. It's not a team I hate that goes quarterback early. So Golden or Igbuka. I like Igbuka, but bye, Waffle. See you, dude. Good luck. If you don't invest in a Russian QB early, who do you prefer for later round QBs? Thanks for answering all the Qs. Appreciate you, Joseph. So let's look at the guys on the board now. Of the guys ranked, and this is by my rankings. Oh, no, it's not. So Kyler, Purdy are my two. Kyler, Caleb are the other two. I don't have Caleb Williams ranked this low. No, I don't. That's a lie. That's got to be a lie. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. We're going to find out. I have Caleb behind... Oh, that's Dynasty. Well, I should have Caleb high here too. Caleb, I struggle with this range in QBs. All of Kyler, Purdy, Goff all have been quarterback ones. Fields has been a quarterback one and has crazy upside. Dak has been a quarterback one. May has upside. Williams has upside. I like all of them. I like all of them. Now, in the 7th and 8th, I think if you can walk away with one of Baker or Nix or Mahomes, I mean, you're feeling great about that, right? So, Baker is the steal where he's going at. So, link to the site again. I got you, man. There you go. Link to get the mocks, get all the tools, get the algorithm, anything that you want there for free. Code domain. Most of it's free. 222 likes. We need 8 more. We're running out of time. You guys are gonna have to drop a like. Eight Moss. Yeah, why are we letting Justin Fields? I think Fields is a good pick as well. He's risky, but I think he's a good pick. I like this build though with Purdy as his quarterback. I like this. Spot 5 did it right. Yeah, I think this is a great team right here. I think it's a great team. Pittman goes there. I pray my actual team looks like this. Yeah, I think you did a really good job, man. I think you really did good here. So. All right, so we're looking at in round 9 and 10 here for 12. We've got wide receiver / quarterback / tight end. And so we'll see who's here of these guys. I think a lot of these guys are gone. Yeah. So we already have a quarterback. We already have a tight end. So we're going to get flex position stuff here. We only have 2 running backs. That's a problem. So we'll take a running back here for sure. I have a running back I like here. I feel like middle picks always have a solid team. I agree. I think this middle, I'm seeing some really good builds here. I really like this, like 4 or 5 spot, and I like 7 as well. So, okay. I'm gonna take Tank Bigsby because he's the starter right now, and then probably just another wide receiver here. Yeah, we'll go Jaden Higgins. Okay, take a rookie. All right, cool. Obviously, I butchered that draft strategy, although I think I recovered okay. I think I recovered okay because of Judkins. Judkins honestly saved my draft, but obviously I autoed 2 picks, so not great. Not a sexy draft here, but still think it's solid. I think you did good, man. I think it's a good pick. Do you prefer Keon or Kincaid now that Shakir's out? What? What happened to Shakir? Seriously? Freaking what? Week to week with a high ankle sprain. Okay, it's the 3rd. That doesn't probably change my opinion on Shakir. I think he'll be back. Najee's back at practice, working the sideline, wearing a weighted vest. Good. How's his eye? David says, hello, new here. Glad I caught a live stream. The draft guide looks cool. Where I can get it. You can get it at the link that I just dropped in the comments section. It's our algorithm. It's awesome. Built by our entire team of lawyers and data scientists and research analysts. Two more likes. We're crawling. We're crawling. All right. Lock in, peeps. You guys will hit it. You'll hit it. I'll be ready to start up another draft here. You need 2 more. Nathan, you are now working part-time. What's up, Torsten? Nathan's full-time. I'm pretty much full-time. We're both pretty much full-time. So I still have my job. I'm still a data scientist. But Nate, because I can balance him, I have a remote job. Nate didn't, and so Nate was like, I have to go full-time. So Jackson asked about his draft at 9. Puka Genti. Yeah, weaker running back too, obviously. But I think Montgomery's an underrated running back too, and so I like this a lot. I like your draft a lot, Jackson. High upside guys. Obviously, a little bit boom bust with McMillan, Jamon Hunter there in the middle. So we got it. All right, 230. All right, post-draft review here. Wow. That's not funny, you guys. Where are the hidden cameras? Is this a prank show? Where are the hidden cameras? Am I being pranked? Who put me at 12? Here, hold on. Let's see how I rank mine. 9th. There we go. I'll settle for 9th. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn the clock down on this one. Do a 15-second clock. Full point PPR. 10 rounds, and we'll wrap it up with this one. Last mock of the night. I asked my wife, I'm like, hey, can I stay on a little bit longer? We've got a lot of people that are wanting to do more mocks. She said yes. So W Savannah in the chat because she's letting me work on a Sunday. I appreciate that. If only there was some sort of season-long subscription I could buy football season, it was insane bang for my buck. Yeah, if we did have that, that was gross. If we did have that, that would be something. And we're going to draw for a free season pass. Again, get your submissions in. SZN69 in the chat to get in the giveaway. But the link to get a season pass, again, crazy. The best deal we've ever had. Get a season pass right there. Sign up, code domain, and get your season pass. You will not regret it. It is the best. It's the best deal in fantasy football. It's not even close. It's so much cheaper than everywhere else. And we have just as good a tools, but it's the guys you're getting. Like, it's us. We're plugged in. We are not big fantasy. We're like, Mason's big, but. All right, let's do this, y'all. I'm drafting at 1. We'll finish at 1 tonight. Yeah, I got to pee, so that's how you know it's about time. All right, here we go. Let's start with Jamah. Yeah, it's crazy fast. They fill up fast. I was pushing for likes. I couldn't even. I'm sorry, Zach. We'll be live tomorrow night. You should get in there as well. Is it better than the Fortnite Battle Pass? It's not even comparable. Yeah, it absolutely is. I'll put the next like goal at 300. There's no way you guys said it, so. This will probably be the last one, but. All right, so we went Jamar. Let's take a look at the algo for this draft strategy and just kind of see. Best one's balanced, which is where I was going anyway. That's why I took Jamar's, because I know I can get a running back that I like on the turn. The one pick in a sleeper draft should be Chase, the safest player to repeat his stellar season. I think Chase, by the way, is going to kill it this year. I don't know if that's a hot take, but people think that the 101 is cursed. From there, being able to get 2 running backs, 2-3 turn allows for flexibility. There's my draft strategy. If you guys snipe me, then whatever, and I'll just adjust. Obviously, I can go double. I can go hero wide receiver. Actually, I wouldn't be going hero wide receiver. I wouldn't be going double. At that point, it would probably just be a balanced. And so, balance is going to be the way I think I go. So, I have to get one. Another one of 250 likes. No, we're going 300. We got to go higher on that one. How many D-bucks to get an Avery skin? Man, Avery skin. Actually, I don't have bad skin. I have decent skin. That's like one of my not terrible qualities. If I win, can I choose who to give the pass to some motherfucker? Yes, you can. If you guys win, you're already a member. Then there you go. What's your game day routine? How do you watch a game? I hate ESPN owns Red Zone now. So this year will look a little bit different. We typically haven't streamed on Sundays, but I might stream a little bit on Sundays this year, depending. But I'm usually busy Sunday mornings, and then I'm usually freed up around noon, and I'll grab something for lunch. So this, I swear this isn't a flex. I want you guys to think this is cool with me, and I'll show you eventually. So the house that I bought it for a basement because I needed to build the studio in the basement. So it's got a really nice basement. He built I have a movie theater room in my house, like with like movie theater chairs and like platforms and like a whole entire like in 144-inch projector. I'll show you guys eventually. Like when we show you the new studio, I'll show you the movie theater room. I'm never leaving that room on Sundays, ever. I'm like geeking out about it. I can't even act like I've been here because I've never had something like this. Like it's legitimately so cool. It's right over there. I will be in there, so I'm going to get my lunch. I'm going to go in it's a projector. It's a big projector, 144-inch screen. I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to literally live in there. That's how it's going to go. Boom, boom. I like that. It's not 600. It's not 6,000 feet on the ground. I agree. And you motherfuckers get this algo for free. Yes, they do. Yeah, it's sick, man. It's sick. And so, like, I'm so excited to watch football on it, man. Yeah, I've never had anything like this, so I'm pumped. I'm so excited to watch football on it because I could do red zone. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll do either red zone or I had a 90-inch TV at my other house because I watched so much football and I needed to see. I would do just the 4 games, and I would just flip back and forth between the games I was interested in. But I was able to watch all of them, and so I was just watching all the games at once. That way I could see all the plays that weren't just highlights. So I'll flip back and forth between the 4 split screen games and red zone. In the afternoon, I go to 4 because there's usually only like 4 games on. So not on Twitch, no, just YouTube. But appreciate you, O2. You like the start? I do too. I like the start a lot. I think this is how you attack the one position. Yeah, I'm pumped. Like, again, I'm not even flexing. Like, I thought you guys would think it was so cool. I'm so excited. That's a big part of the new studio too, is having people being able to watch football here. So a mock draft get first. He couldn't resist. I didn't even think about that, but you're 100% right. You're 100% right. I will definitely be first. I don't know. I did reach on Hampton there. If I would have taken Marv, I would have been locked in. You worried about the vibes on Team Avery after drafting rookie Hampton over vet Kyron? Yeah, I probably should have went Kyron then Hampton. That's a mistake on my end. So it's a culture mistake. Show a quick general comparison of Jacobs, JT, and Brown. I'll show you on the comparison tool of the site, which again you get with the season pass as well if you want to do this for yourself. But Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, and Chase Brown. Wow. Pretty even. Obviously, you'll see that JT wins snap percentage, rushing attempts, rushing yards, and yards per carry. Josh Jacobs and him are tied for rushing attempts inside the 5. Josh Jacobs has the touchdowns. Chase Brown has the targets and receiving yards. So Chase Brown's the best receiving back, which I think gives him some of the highest floor. Josh Jacobs, I think he has the highest upside, and Jonathan Taylor is probably the best all-around player. But I'm not super high on the offense of the Colts this year as a Colts fan. So more foosball. That's right. Not a question, but Dante Thornton is the best wide receiver in the AFC. Okay. Yeah. I definitely can. I think you take him somewhere between Chase and Lamb. Dante Thornton. So I'm back. My dad probably knows as much fantasy as you. He probably knows more than me. He probably knows more than I do. Your dad sounds like he knows his stuff. So I believe it. How do you watch 4 at noon? Only on Fox and CBS for me. Because I have season pass. So the business pays for season pass. I literally have to watch the game, so because I have to go on video and talk about them. So it's a business expense. It's a legitimate business expense. So I have red zone and season pass. I can watch any game anytime. Not an ad either. It's expensive as frick. We like Hampton. Yeah, no, I think everybody likes the Hampton pick. So should I trade Reed in a second for a first? No, I'd hold Reed there. I think. Oh yeah, you're good then, Denick. Yeah, you got it. All right, so Algo for draft spot 1. It has running back, and then wide receiver. Let's see what wide receivers fall. Kittle obviously goes there. Hendo's looking good there. Decent wide receiver picks. And that's all I'm going to say because we could get a really freaking good draft in here to end this thing. Dang it! Freaking trophy stealer. You're freaking Sutton stealer is what you are. Frick, I thought we were going to get him. Oh, man, that's brutal. I love Sutton, man. All right, Hendo goes. Good. Now we can go. Heck, let's just do it. DK and Worthy. I like this draft. I don't know what you guys think about this one. I like how I've done this one. Not ripping any underdog drafts. Underdog actually, we don't have a deal with underdog, and so we don't really do best ball unless we have a high demand for it. Most people here just play redraft, so we don't play a ton. People pay you for fantasy advice. Really, it's more for the entertainment value. So, but yes. Saying he appreciates you saying that, he will subscribe to you. Shout out Calvin's dad. Appreciate you, man. Someone report this man in the eye. You shut up. Yeah, act like you don't do the exact same freaking thing, Mason. That would be a legitimate write-off too. I don't know what you're talking about. It is a business expense. Over under on games started by Richardson this year. Somebody asked me this the other day. I put it at like 9. I don't know. Earliest you take Hampton. Yeah, probably the earliest. I think so. I think he's a 2-3 turn guy. What's up, Legend of Blitz God? Drafted, stuck with the 101. Want to take a quick look. I actually like how I've done here so far. I don't know what you guys think, but all right. We need to draw for the season pass. Let's draw for the season pass real quick. I'll do one more last chance. Give me just one more last last chance. Good song. Vince Gill. SDN69 to get in the giveaway for the season pass. And then I'm going to draw here in about a minute. So, what's up, Kyle? I'm glad you're caught up. Give your rationale on Sutton. I feel like I'm not as high. The contract extension has been intriguing me. It's less about that, and it's more about what he was able to do last year in terms of the sheer volume and opportunity, not to mention the efficiency, coupled with the fact that they didn't bring anybody in besides Ingram, and there's plenty of room for Ingram to produce with Sutton still being productive. And so it's also the scheme. It's just a perfect storm of things. Nathan did a ton of research on it. If you already put SDN69 here, I don't know if a couple of you guys did, it doesn't count it twice, so you might as well not. Just found you last night from the Flock Audition video. I like all your takes. I appreciate it. Man, I'm glad you liked me in that video because everybody seems like they hated me in that video. Which, again, I think it's more because, well, it's, number one, I won the league, and that's going to come with its own consequences. But number two, I did talk crap to Mason, and Mason's little cronies, they'll gang up on you. Here's what I don't understand about Mason's cronies coming at me. I'm like, if you want to come and watch Mason get in, 4th to 6th place every year, then this is the perfect channel for you. Subbed and like. Thanks for answering my question. See you tomorrow, Calvin. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. Yep. Last chance. Heavy as the head. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what it is. That's what it is, right? I love playing in that league. Those guys are fun, man. It's so fun. I am the protagonist. Thank you, Chris. Come on. I'm the champ. There's got to be some kind of perk with that, right? I don't know. I think there's got to be some kind of an award that goes out for pissing that many people off during an audition video. I feel like Simon Cowell is what I feel like. I feel like I'm getting the Simon Cowell treatment. That's literally what it feels like. I freaking love it. Did you win your league last year using the algorithm? The algorithm is brand new. I won it without it. I think this year, I think I'm going to be... Here's the thing. Will I be the number 1 seed? I don't know. I could have been the number 1 seed last year. I probably would have been the number 2 seed because I was second in points. This year, I feel more confident in my draft strategy. More confident. I've been preparing hardcore for this. Okay. Turn here. Nice. Auto draft money there for sure. The wide receivers are okay here. Let's sort by my rankings, and it's going to be Jennings. Yeah, Jennings is so high in my rankings for some reason. 7-1. I mean, it's tough not to take a wide receiver here. I'm not going to lie. Oh, gosh, no! Oh. Okay, I take downs. I don't mind downs. I was going to take Diggs, so somebody will take Diggs. Kids these days don't know the true OG American Idol. That was such a good show, man. I grew up on that stuff. Masons fans were big mad. It's fine. Again, they're grumpy. They had to watch that last year. It sucks. I'm stuck on a draft on the Flock website. It only progresses while I'm in the draft, or maybe pick takes a full time because of this. I can't join any other drafts. Drop that in the side issues, Blizzard, and see if they can help you out with that. I think we probably should, Mason, if you're on here, I think we probably should have if it's like a private draft, have the option to end the draft like you can on Sleeper, since we only let people join one draft. But yeah, homer pick. I know. See ya, Calvin. It's the draft order revealed. Nope, and it's not actually. We're not even going to know the draft order until we get down there. So that's the funny part. Do you know if any of the Flock creators are hiring or between jobs and about to move? I don't. I don't think I know of anything right now. But Flock was just here. I don't know if he wouldn't have anything or not right now. Yeah, just finish your draft. Okay. I just wanted to end I had a 12-round one. I wanted to end it like 1 round early so I could just go to the next draft, but that's whatever. Let's finish it. How do you feel about the 5 slot? I think people are having good drafts out of the 5 slot. I think people are having good drafts here. So. Oh, well, yeah. I'm not talking about this draft. I was answering a question for this guy. They hate you because they ain't you? I mean, it must be tough, man. Pretty identical drafts between Trophy Stealer and myself. Yes, we do. We have almost identical drafts. You've got the domain strategy down, Trophy Stealer. I'm excited. I think we're going to put all this domain draft strategy stuff in a video this week and release it. Just our strategy for this year. All right. He said it's impossible. You're literally in the same draft. That's very true, T-Young. Just don't go to work for Avery and Nathan because they only play 69 cents an hour. That's true. We should like the number. It's a nice number. All right, coming back here. Let's do the 8-9 turn in the algo. We've got wide receiver. Oh. We don't want to talk about this. Dang, everybody figured it out. Everybody figured it out. Every single person here figured it out. I gave away all my secrets. I'm glad, though. You guys are going to kill your drafts. Like, that's what I want. I want you guys to kill your drafts. And I bet he takes the same thing here. Okay, he goes Kyler. Who's left for me? Okay, it gets pretty rough. Okay, but everybody else has a tight end now, so I don't need to go tight end. I will still take Shakir here because I feel like you're getting him at a discount. So, and then let's go Charbonnet in the 9th. I'm fine with that. 10 from 300? You are kidding me, right? Okay, you freaking... I thought you were serious, dude. I was like, what? No way. Yeah, we know about Woody Marks. He's good. It seems like they're giving Chubb the volume over him, but Woody Marks is solid. He's a very good receiving back, but I will say his analytics out of college are not that of a guy that usually hits in the NFL. That's a Dynasty research take, but it's true. So it does bleed into redraft. You're going to give Nathan his first round. Are you going to have to give Nathan his first round pick again this year? Is it your turn to give yours to him? Here's the thing. I can already tell you right now, Nathan's not making a big trade with me. Nathan's trade was so bad that people thought he was doing it for content. Like, that is so insulting. It's not even funny. And I did bamboozle him into trading me Justin Jefferson. And I'm like, I'll be straight with you guys. I wouldn't lie to you guys, especially here on a stream where it doesn't matter. Nathan dead serious thought he won that trade. And I dead serious thought it was closer than it was at first. And then I was like, actually, I killed him. Because again, remember, Brock Bowers had not done anything yet. We swapped tight ends, and that ended up being the difference. So, yep, the algo's on the site, Joe. We got you. All right. Last round here, Jordan Mason, Tyron Tracy here. So we're going to look at our, again, 10th round strategy for the algo. And we've got quarterback, wide receiver, and running back. It's basically just filling your roster at this point. So, all right, yeah. I'll probably answer my DMs tomorrow. I want to go up and be done for the night. So 11 goes there. All right, let's draw season pass real quick. Winner of the season pass giveaway is Noah McGlinchey. Congratulations, Noah. If you are here or if you're watching later, just message me on DM or DM me on Discord to claim your prize. Congratulations to Noah for winning the free season pass. All the rest of you guys, go get the season pass over on the site. Again, it is the best deal we have ever had. And you get everything I use tonight for all of my drafts, strategy, our algorithm, all of our rankings, the comparison tool, the mock draft tool. You get all of it. Everything I did tonight on the stream, you get it all for $34. Link's right there. Go take advantage of it. And like I said, use code domain when you sign up and you'll be good to go. And we'll get you, if you use code domain, we'll get you in a league this week. So, all right. And then last pick here. Go QB, Fields. All right, let's see if I got first. Let's go. Did it. We did it, guys. We did it. Got first in the draft. All right, y'all. You know I love you. You know I appreciate you guys jumping on tonight. We're going to be back live tomorrow on both channels, but we're going to be live on this channel first, obviously. We're going to be live on this channel probably 5-6 nights a week minimum, and so make sure you're tuning in. Make sure you're telling your friends. Make sure you're sharing the link. Come have people join the community. We're just trying to create the best community in fantasy football. That is really what we're about, more so than views, more so than likes, more so than subscribers. Like, it's just hanging out and playing fantasy football. So you guys all rock. This was a super fun stream. I love the weekend stream. We'll do this next week for sure. But again, there's the season pass. Take advantage. You got everything that we have tonight is on there. So you guys rock. Who got it? Noah McGlinchey got it. Noah was the winner. So Noah, you can message me on Discord if you see this, and if you won, you can claim your free season pass. So, all right, y'all, live tomorrow. It's fantasy football season, so let's freaking do this. Peace out. See you here in a few. Bye.